What's good, what's good, what's good, fam? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Welcome to episode 95, man. Jose, we 95 episodes in, man. We got to clap for that, dog. And we 5 episodes away from 100, bruh. I feel real good about that. Thank you very much, thank you very much. So tonight, I want us to adapt the mindset of there's a few things that we have to do internally to shift or reshape our financial structure. And so I want us to think about what is reshaping, right? So reshaping doesn't necessarily mean you change who you are. What it means is you take who you are and you put it in better form. Like I remember one time we talked about financial hygiene. And I remember we talked about financial hygiene, and the goal behind financial hygiene was how do we improve? How do we improve our financial aura? How do we make better financial decisions? I remember talking to a homie of mine today on the phone, and I said one of my best attributes is under pressure, I still can remain calm. Like no matter how much the pressure overwhelms me, bombards me, I can still remain calm and make a logical decision. But that didn't come from not being in pressure before. In previous pressure situations, I always took something from it. And I want y'all to bear with me as I shape this situation out. In order to reshape our financial structure, we have to put ourselves in pressure situations. Because it's only in pressure situations where we understand where we are inadequate. All right, so I remember when I was young, watch this, Jose. I remember when I was young and my bike would catch a flat. The only way that I learned how to tell where the hole was, I would have to get a bucket of soapy water and put the inner tube in the water so I can tell where the inadequacies was. Right? I had to put the inner tube in the water or put the water on the inner tube and wait for what? Bubbles. Because the bubbles exposed the inadequacies within the tire. In the same way, we got to do that with ourselves. We got to put ourselves in pressure situations, which means we got to make the hard decisions financially. And it's not about actually getting it right, but it's consistent execution so we can see the inadequacies. The problem with seeing the inadequacies is going to cost us. Now, in order to reshape our financial structure, we got to be able to take the L and say, how do I get the data? How do I extract? How do I extract the data from the L so that when presented with the same situation again, I can now make a better informed and experienced decision? I like where I'm headed with this. I like where we headed with this. Watch this. When it comes to the stock market, volatility is how wealth is transferred from those who didn't expect it to those who prepare for it. Say that again. In the stock market, volatility is how wealth is transferred from those who didn't expect it to those who prepared for it. All right? So there are people who get in the market, whether it's stocks, whether it's real estate, whether it's business. They never prepare for the downside. Everything they do is for the upside. Every time they buy your stock, every time they buy your business, every time they buy some real estate, they only think of the upside. So when the downside comes, they're never prepared for the pressure. And so the thing that you don't prepare for becomes the thing that wipes you out. That's why in boxing, the punch that you don't see is the one that's the most dangerous. In life, the thing that's unexpected is most often, the thing that wipes you out. So how do you reshape your financial structure? Well, on the journey of going up, you always prepare for the unexpected. I remember I was listening to E.T. one day. Shout out to my OG. And E.T. said, I said, E, what did you get most from sitting in the room with Warren Buffett and the rest of the billionaires? And he said, Trap, they're men just like me, but they understand in the depression, in the recession, they can buy assets for dirt cheap, and that was something that I didn't realize. I said, huh? He said they were buying 42, 32, 21-story buildings for pennies. For pennies. And immediately I said, we look at Warren Buffett right now. He has $192 billion, $89 billion of cash sitting on the side. Why? Because in his mind, he is preparing for something to happen. The thing about, watch this, the thing about preparing for something to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen today. It doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. It may take a year. But guess what? If I get in my car every day with my raincoat, when it does rain, I won't get wet. But if I only leave my house every day preparing for sunny days, I'm going to get caught slipping, and it's the likelihood when it does rain, I'm going to get drenched. So watch this. Most people will laugh at you for carrying an umbrella with you every day. Most people gonna laugh at you for carrying, man, it ain't raining in a week. It ain't raining 2 months. It's all because what happens is on the upside, everybody forgets that it has to rain. It's the natural order of things. It's the natural order of things. And the way life works, what I've learned on the journey is when we least expect it, that's when that punch comes. That's when that rain comes. That's when that tight. And here's the thing about not being prepared. A thunderstorm seems like a typhoon when you ain't prepared. A category 1 seems like a category 5 when you're not prepared. When you financially exhausted, that one late payment wipes you out. When you are financially stretched, that extra bill sends you over the hill. When you're financially stretched, watch this. When you are financially stretched, when you are financially bombarded, that layoff makes you commit suicide. Because I did a little research, Jose. And this kind of threw me off. This threw me for a loop, bruh. Like, we know, I always said, and people always feel like it's always when people get money that they realize, that they say that money ain't everything. And I was like, you know what? That is true, because once you get money and you felt that the money was going to help everything, you realize you got a whole slew of other issues that you was dealing with. The money was just the thing that was of extreme importance at the top of your list. But here's what I realized, Jose. I did some homework. I did some research because I'm a numbers person. I'm a data person. Because here's what I realized. I realized that feelings lie, but data tells a gruesome truth. Data tells a gruesome truth. And I realized from the data that more than 55% of marriages break up due to financial insecurity. I'm going to go even further. I think it was like 57% of suicides were due to financially being overwhelmed. 57%. 57%. But watch this, Jose. Watch this number. Of successful people and of wealthy people, finances had little to do with suicide. Think about that. Think about the contrast. Watch this. Think of the dichotomy between that. Right? Think of the dichotomy between that. On one level, finances is the reason why people commit suicide and people get divorced. But people who have money, finances is the least thing that they commit suicide behind. So how do we reshape our financial structure so we can deal with the other stuff that we got going on in our life? Like being abandoned by your mama, like being abandoned by your family, like not being taught about God, about other issues, about not how to parent, about not how to learn, how to be emotionally intelligent. How do we reshape our financial structure so we can deal with the other issues that we got going on in life? Now, I'm not saying that, I'm the last person to tell you that money ain't gonna fix a lot of issues, but I will also tell you that money gonna hide a lot of issues. It's gonna patch a lot of issues. Like money not gonna make up for you not being a great parent. Money not gonna make up for you not being a great spouse. Because you can buy her all the gifts you want, bro, she gonna cheat. Because you ain't filling her up emotionally. You ain't filling her up spiritually. And all you can say is, bro, I bought you everything you wanted. As a father, you can't buy your kid. Because they're going to say, I don't want the daggone toys. I want your time. And you're going to say, well, I bought you everything you wanted. So when I say reshape our financial structure, I'm saying, how do we get our financial house in order so we can deal with the other issues that we have as a community, as a culture, as a society? Because here's what we do know. We are in America, and what we do know is printing money ain't a problem. That's what we do know. We know that we're in America. And every time we look on the TV, we see our government giving somebody else $1 billion. When I read a stat that said to cure homelessness in America, it'll cost about $6 billion. Well, we got men that's worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Now, I ain't telling nobody what to do with their money. But all I'm saying is what we do know and what we do can conceptually realize is that money actually isn't an issue in America. But for a group and a class of people, without the information, without the education, it seems like something that we can't catch. I was reading something the other day, Jose, actually it was last night. I'm a reader. And I read that Finland is the most happiest place on earth to live. I said, Finland? What they doing in? So I'm like, yo, what are they doing in Finland? First on the list, healthcare for everybody. I said, that helps. And not just any kind of healthcare, top tier healthcare. I said, because we know one thing, that in America, having great health, one of the biggest scares that people have in America is not being able to be treated right for their health. Well, of course they can't get treated right because the healthcare system is $1 trillion industry that feeds, on one hand, we feed people the poison, and on the other hand, we give them medicines not to fix the poison, but to hide the poison. And so now we getting caught up in that cycle. I don't know whether to drink water or not. I just know when I was young, I used to go drink out the hose pipe. Now, it'll probably kill me. In the 90s, all I saw was milk commercials, only to realize that the milk is one of the reasons why your body full of mucus. Right, so we understand that revolving door. Right? Like, we understand that cancer is one of the leading deaths in America, but yet we sell cigarettes in the store. And I remember when I was young, Jose, I used to go buy the cigarettes for my grandma. Give me the Pall Malls in the red pack. So what I'm just saying to us is, how do we reshape our financial structure? We can't blame a government that was never designed to help us anyway. So at what point do we take, what's the word I'm looking for? Accountability. At what point do we stop saying, I'm just like this? This is just who I am. I'm just built this way. Well, it's time to restructure, reshape. Because I can guarantee you, once we fix or reshape, I'm going to go a little further, Jose. Once we start re-identifying ourselves, we change now how we act, how we think, and how we emotionally feel behind something. It's like somebody who smokes cigarettes together. One person be like, yo, I don't smoke no more. And one person be like, yo, I don't smoke. I don't smoke at all. I don't like and they could have just been, and one person be like, yo, I'm trying to recover from smoking. The person who says I'm trying to recover is still identifying him or herself as a smoker. The one that said, yo, I don't smoke no more has shifted their identity, perspective, in relationship with cigarettes. So at what point do we stop identifying with the version of us that doesn't maximize and optimize who we are? At what point do we stop identifying with that version? At what point do we start identifying with something completely different? At what point do we start looking at ourselves from a different light? We got to put ourselves under the microscope, y'all. I told y'all last week, we're going to stop saying we broke. We're going to stop saying we poor. We're going to re-identify ourselves. We're going to reassociate ourselves. And once we do that, once you start looking at yourself different, once you start identifying with something different, the possibilities change. I want you to start moving forward. I want you to start engaging with the thing that enables you to get maximum performance out of yourself. What is the thing that maximizes who you are? In order to get to your visions, in order to get to your hopes, in order to get to your dreams, you got to first start looking at yourself different. It ain't got nothing to do with execution. The first thing is, how do we revisualize ourselves and what our capabilities are? That's where it starts at. That's where it starts at. Listen, man, I want us to really, listen, I want to, this one hitting my spirit real hard, y'all. I want us to truly start seeing ourselves different. I want us to start looking at ourselves in a different light. It's the only way we change. You can ask somebody right now, yo, like, you want to be a millionaire, like, how do you get there? Well, I got to get this, and I need a back office team, and I need a business blueprint, and I need a checklist, and I need a mentor. At no point do they say, I got to just start looking at myself as a millionaire first. I got to start changing the way I see money first. I got to start understanding that I'm capable of all of this first. I don't know if it's called manifestation, and I don't know if it's called, I just know you re-identifying yourself with the thing that you want to attain. Right? Like, how do we become a millionaire? First, I got to start thinking like a millionaire. I got to start understanding that the million is just the floor, not the ceiling. I got to start understanding that it's not a limit amount of money I can make. I got to re-identify. I got to reshape my financial structure first. That's the inside job. Like, when we going to do the inside work? We don't want to do the inside work. I consistently do the inside work. Listen, man, I ain't nowhere near where I want to be at. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Jose, people thought like, listen, it wasn't just about me trying to get the legacy center. My goal was to buy a building to create a legacy. My goal is to buy a building. So that's why I ain't feel no kind of way when I didn't get that. Like, I bet next. Because, bro, my vision is to create $100 million company. The vision is to create $100 million company that educates, that pushes media, that writes movies, that writes series, that tells the story from a unique vision, a perspective. But in order to do that, Jose, we got to solve a $100 million problem. So in my mind, how do I get there? Okay, I got to buy a building. I bet. I'm going to look at a building yesterday, Jose. I got straight off the flight from Dallas. I looked at a building. It was 121,000 square feet. I walked in the building, Jose. I said, oh, this crazy. I walked in the building and said, oh, this crazy. I'm looking at the roof, like, she like, yup. I'm like, wait, hold a minute. But here's what I had to do in the moment. Hey, this don't intimidate you, my dog. This ain't no different than going into a 6,000 square foot building with no lights, with holes in the wall, and you sat on the floor. You've been here before. As a matter of fact, what you did in a 6,000 square foot building was only preparation for this. So don't let the building intimidate you. Go back to your mental Rolodex and remember you've been here before. The only thing that got to change is how you visualize yourself. What you going to do with 121,000 square feet? Increase your capacity so you can increase your territory. It's time to increase. Restructure your financial. Come on. Re-identify who you are, Trap. Re-identify the execution it's going to take. Push yourself. Stretch your limit. You can do this. All right, now we look at it a little different now. Okay, I can do this over here. We can do this over here. How much you want for it? I bet. Let me start talking to own the finance. What you want to do with that thing? You really want to get off it? I can't give you 13. Let's talk about 10 or 12. You want to own the finances? Let's start talking a little. Re-identify how you do it, Trap. It ain't nothing you can't do. Trappin' Tuesday, episode 95, Jose. We in the building, man. My bad, y'all. I went a little. My bad. I was in a little. How we feeling this week? Let's talk about people, Jose. Marlon, what's up, family? I see you. Terry Crump, what's up, family? Tori, what's good, Queen? Infinite, what's good, family? Ken Larkin, what's good, family? What's good? Maya Holmes, what's good, what's good? Corey Atkins, what's good? Chocolate C, I see you. Appreciate you. Elma, what's good? Robert Dockery, I see you. Natasha, I see you. I see you. Pleasant Tree, I like that name. I see you. I see you. Dowls, I see you. Six Hustles, I see you. Mr. VIP 317, I see you. I see all my family, man. I see y'all in the building. I see y'all in the building. Freed Lee, I see you. Come on, man. I see all my people in the building, man. Jesse Shorts, I see you. I see y'all, man. Shazam X, I see you. I just want to shout out to all my people in the building. Let's get it, Jose, man. Trappin Tuesday, episode 95. We're not going back to the future. Episode 95 is entitled Reshaping Your Financial Structure, y'all. I think we named that last week, Jose. I named, what's the other one I named?
The other one is Reshaping Your Financial Structure and then Financial Alignment.
Financial Alignment. That's episode 96. I like it. So first of all, before we get into the show, I do want to say something right quick, man, that each and every one of y'all, we got our plaque, y'all. We got our plaque, y'all. All right, I want to take a minute to say, first and foremost, thank everybody in the chat. Shout out to the trappers, man. Shout out to y'all, man, because we show up every week, but y'all show up every day. Y'all show up on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Y'all show up, y'all like, y'all come in the chat, y'all go crazy. It's an award, but I feel like, this is the first step to where we going. It's just one step to where we going at. But I definitely want to say that this for us. You know what I'm saying? This for us. One of our things, me and Jose was like, yo, we going to get 100. We got to get that 100,000. We didn't know how long it was going to take. Jose said something today. He said, this one mean a lot to me because we built it from the ground up. Jose don't know, I built everything from the ground up. We ain't never got no alley-oop on nothing. So I just want to say, shout out to all y'all in the chat. Y'all made this possible. We definitely got a long way to go because we ain't stopping. But I also want to thank, Jose, the whole team, man. Jose, George, Brandon, Tootie, Carson. I want to thank some of our old crew, Dave, Gendy, his brother, Isaac with the brown shoes. You know what I'm saying? Shatoru, who came in and helped us sometime. You know what I'm saying? Nat for always just, being one of our proudest. My daughter, Lily, L Boogie, Tori in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody, man. So this is definitely a Steve. Steve. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to thank everybody. You know what I'm saying? So 100,000 subscribers, man. Organic. Building it from the ground up. I don't know what that means as far as status wise. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. We got a long way to go.
Next is that goal.
What's the goal?
500.
No, $1 million, huh?
Million.
They skipped the 500. They go straight to $1 million. Yeah, they 10x. 10 million is a plaque? What you get for 10 million?
I forgot what color it is. Once they got a little bit of like rose gold almost.
Wow. Anyway, I just want. Huh?
A lot of people don't get that 10 million.
Man, you must got to be working for 30 years to get 10 million, people. He got 95 million or something, huh? Damn. Anyway, we happy with what we got.
Yeah, we got our 100.
We got our hundo, and we growing. Where we at now, Jose? Look, we at 103. Mm-hmm. On our way to $1 million, dog. 997,000.
Like, comment, and share.
So, anyway, we're going to put this up, but I do want y'all to know that that's for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We want to let y'all know that that's for y'all. And, we thank y'all. for showing up 95 weeks in a row. And we only missed 1 week, bruh. And I couldn't help it because You did. Jose was still Jose was still going. So anyway, let's start our week off, man, with our mantra. Let's get our mantra up. Y'all know we gotta have that. Y'all already know. Y'all know how that go. Let's get it. And then I want to play something special for y'all, if y'all don't mind. I want to play something special for y'all, if y'all don't mind. So let's get into our mantra, man. Let's go. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I am confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I am more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all chains that anchor me from that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, y'all. All right, what I want to do is, I want to take a second, y'all. Man, Jose, listen. So, this week, Jose, I had an interesting week. So let me say something right quick. If you're in Trappers Anonymous, if you're in a Patreon, I did not post. Goddess, I see you, Queen, paying my tithes. I appreciate you, Queen. She from New Orleans, yo. She's so crazy. I rock with her, you hear me? I didn't post in the groups in the last 2 days. Since Friday, bro, I was exhausted. So Friday, I flew out to Dallas. Thursday, I flew out to Dallas. And Friday, I had a meet with I have a mentor. So I sat with my mentor for 6 hours Friday. And my mentor he's just ripping me apart. You know what I'm saying? This, that, do that. So you know what I'm saying? So that was a thing. And then just Saturday, I was just taking in, so I didn't post Friday. And then Sunday, I went to the Potter's house. You know, and something unexpected happened for sure. And I want to show that right quick. Can I show that right quick, Jose? Can we show that right quick? This is amazing.
And they told me Wallstreet Trapper just made it.
This was crazy.
Where is he?
This was crazy.
Wave at me. Come on out front.
This was crazy.
We gave you a whole bunch of accolades. You wasn't here.
This is insane right here.
Did you bring my oysters?
This was crazy right here.
Catch the live that we did on TV. Did you catch that?
This was crazy. I wasn't expecting this.
I did the live with. We are so grateful for you and your life and your story. And I want you to hang out with me when we go downstairs to talk to the entrepreneurs for a minute. And since you didn't bring me no oysters, I'm going to feed you this time. I'm going to feed you.
Bishop said I forgot his oysters, Jose.
He is masterful at investments. The church is great about telling you what to do with the 10, but we don't always teach what to do with the 90. And so I'm so glad to have you on our team to direct people on what to do with the 90 so they can turn the 90 into 140. And then tap on the 140 and turn it into 180. The Bible said, press down.
So here's the crazy part, right, Jose? I was late for church, right? So in my mind, I have an idea of what time church starts. In my mind, I have an idea of what time church starts. So what I did was, and here's the crazy part about it. I was up on time. I was up. I went to the gym and worked out in the hotel, right? And after I worked out, I just like steamed my stuff again to make sure it was fresh. Took a shower. And then I forgot where my wallet was. I was like, man, where's my wallet? So I get the wallet, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, all right, church starts at 9. But around 10 is when they do the collection, offering, message. So I'm like, that's the part I need to come for. Right? I'm like, that's the part I'm going to come for. Nothing wrong with the gospel, you know, the choir and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I like to take a little time in the morning to just get myself ready to get in to receive. And so I get there and they like, my DM going crazy. Trap. First of all, how does this man even know I'm coming? I didn't tell him I was coming. That's the first thing. Let's get that part understood. I didn't tell this man I was coming. Right? I told one of the members, the deacons, that I said, hey, yo, I'm in one of the pastors, bro, I'm coming. You know, I'm in town. I'm going to be there Sunday. He was like, all right, I'm not going to be there. I'm like, all right, bet. You know, I'm just letting you know I'm coming. Like, you want me to? I'm like, you don't got to move nothing around. I'm good. You know how we went at it. I'm like, I'm straight. Bro, I get there. I'm like, wait a minute. What? Bro, my DM flooded. My DM like, Trap, the bishop is calling you. So when I walked up, one of my guys was like, he came like, hey, you know, the bishop just called you. I'm like, the bishop just called me. What are you talking about? He was like, yeah, the bishop just called you, man. You late. How can I know I'm late and I never knew I was supposed to be on time? You know what I'm saying? So that was real amazing, and I was just so humbled by that. You know, I know how serious I know how serious that introducing somebody to your audience and the bishop giving you just accolades, and I know how sensitive we can be about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't expose anybody to my DMs was like, I had like 40 messages. Like, where you at? The bishop was looking for you. So when I got in, he verbally got on me. You know what I'm saying? But something amazing happened after that, Jose. Like, after the church was over, you know, he gave me a hug, you know, told me, I appreciate what you're doing. Gave me a handshake, like, I appreciate what you're doing. We acknowledge what you're doing. You know, your voice is so needed from a perspective of letting us hear from somebody that sound like us. And you know, I was just truly grateful for that. And then he brought me downstairs. So first of all, this church is massive. I didn't realize how big this church was. And but here's what I did do, Jose. I'm gonna tell you something that hit me. So one of the deacons came, got me, and he was bringing me to the back, but Bishop was still like, first of all, that message, I'll tell anybody this. That message, well, shout out to Goddess, because that's who sent me that clip. And Jose, she made a gift. Gotta shout her out here for that. She was like, here, take this. I was like, oh, that's crazy, because I couldn't find it nowhere.
You know, I was about to go search it.
She gave it to, so shout out to her for that. Shout out to you for that. And so, so he said, yo, I want you to come to the back and talk to my entrepreneurs. So mind you, I'm like, how do I? One thing I ain't never feared was talking. But I was like, yo, how do I talk after the bishop? And it's kind of the same feeling I had after I talked after E.T. Because you understand that thing that they have when they talking to people, bro. And so I remember when he brought me to the deacon brought me to the side, bro, and I was watching the bishop like in the service, and Jose, I had just a moment where I looked at the crowd. Yeah. And I saw it from a different perspective. Yep. Like I didn't see it from sitting in, like looking at the orator. Like in that moment, I was looking at it from the orator's perspective. I was in awe at how that looks. You know what I'm saying? And so he brought me to the back and he asked me to speak to the entrepreneurs. And he introduced me as, he said, I want you all. He was like, he said, I brung somebody with me who I know like has our best interest at heart when it comes to investing in the market. And bro, I was nervous. And I wasn't nervous because I don't know how to talk about what I know how to talk about. But in my mind, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And so I never forget, after I finished talking to the people, his words right after that was, see what I told y'all? And I was just like, wow. I was just like, wow. And then he invited me to lunch. Went to lunch, with his inner circle. And the lunch was amazing. And I just sat there and just didn't say too much, but just indulged in the moment. And I was supposed to leave at 4 o'clock. I just canceled the flight and just bought a new one. Bought a whole nother day at the hotel. And I paid for the lunch. Secretly. I went act like I had used the bathroom. Excuse me, y'all. Let me go use the bathroom right quick. And I just found the waiter, and I was like, man, I just want to pay for it. And the waiter was like, pay for everybody? I'm like, yeah, pay for everybody. Because I just appreciated the moment. You know what I'm saying? I just appreciated the moment. And I think sometimes, and you know what I liked about the moment, Jose? Everybody in that moment, nobody had their phone up. Nobody tried to record, right? It was like 8, 9 people. Nobody tried to record. Nobody tried to take a picture. Nobody shot their food. Nobody sneaked it up. Everybody was just listening and just sharing information, and not even like information, just having a talk. You know what I'm saying? And then we was just listening to the wisdom, you know what I'm saying? And listening to him talk, bro. And I was just like, dang. And I'm saying that to say because, bro, like literally 15 months ago, me and Nat went. And I was like, Nat, one day I'm going to meet the bishop. 15 months ago. So we went one time before me and you went, cuz. We went the one time before me and you went, and you came the next time. And I was like, yo, I'm going to meet the bishop. And so for that to come in 15 months, I'm telling everybody that you don't know what the next season of you look like. And you got to just be consistent with what you put out there. You don't know what the next season of you look like. You don't know what that look like. You don't know who God gonna put in front of you. Because I'll promise you this, bro. I never reached out to Bishop. I never reached out and said nothing. And every time I went to the church, the deacon was like, yo, I want you to meet Bishop. I was like, man, the time will come. Because he was always like super busy. I was like, yeah, we was close last time. They was like, wait for Bishop, we gonna meet him. And it was like, hey, it's getting super busy. I was like, nah, we just about to go. With me and you went, Jose. And I think what happens is, bro, like, we try to put a timetable on what God got in store for us. Because we are impatient with our destiny. We try to put a timetable on what God got in store for us because we impatient with our destiny. And when you rush the destiny, when you rush it, you make unnecessary mistakes and you miss the moments that were supposed to be remarkable. You miss the moments that were supposed to be remarkable. You miss them. You miss them. Instead of saying, yo, this is what I want to happen in my life, pray on it, let it go, and just keep consistently putting in the work, going through the vicissitudes of life, and then you wake up one day and you like, yo, this is the life I prayed for. This is the event I prayed for. This is the thing. This is the moment. This is the moment. Dang, and I'm going to be 15 months ain't that long. Bro, we literally talking January 2023. Literally January 2023, bro. Well, whatever that is, 16 months, 17 months. January 2023, I went to the church. Me and Nat went that night to the New Year's event. We doubled back the next morning because it was a Saturday. And then the Sunday. I say, Nat, I'm going to meet Bishop. May 2024, not going out my way, just saying, yo, every time I get a chance, I just want to get refueled spiritually. No type of, let me ease in here, let me get cool with this person so I can do this. Nothing sneaky, nothing conniving, no leveraging intention, just going with raw, unapologetic, like, God, I just need to get refueled. I just need to get the word. Whatever that looks like, not letting the noise deviate me from what I got going on, because we let the noise make us deviate. We make the noise make us second guess what we got going on, what we intended to do in our life. We let what other people saying and what other people got going on make us not say, oh, I don't want that no more. You want that. Rejection can give us direction. Rejection can give us direction. So I got off the plane. Mind you, I had stuff to do Monday. A lot. But I would not let that moment be missed because of my impatience. I would not let that moment be fulfilled because I didn't let life rush me. I didn't let the things that I put in place, I gotta leave here because I gotta do something Monday. No, let me move that. And I think sometimes, bro, I think God put us in situations to test us. Because I could have easily been like, all right, I met your bishop. It's good. I'm going to holler at you. I sat down. Let me sneak a picture. All right, let me get on the plane. I got to leave at 2 o'clock, at 4 o'clock. Let me go about my business. No. I'm going to sit here. And I don't care what nobody else says. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to take in this moment. I'm going to book another flight. I'm not trying to save the flight that I missed or nothing. Just book another flight when it's the earliest I can get out of here Monday morning so I can still get in town and handle my business. We miss moments because we are inconvenienced, because they inconvenience us. I feel like sometimes we get put in situations where you like, it's either this or either that, and we should say, I can do both. In this moment here, I don't need to make an option. I'm going to do it all. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to miss that flight, but I'm going to watch this. Everybody know I hate early flights. An 8 o'clock flight, a 6 o'clock flight, I'm not doing it. But I inconvenience myself so that I can get the experience. I inconvenience myself so I can get the exposure. So I said, you know what? Guess what? And I booked the flight right then and there. Man, they got a flight leaving at 6 in the morning. Guess what? I'm on it. I couldn't even go to sleep. I didn't go to sleep at 2 o'clock. I got up at 4 o'clock. Guess what? Got off the plane, had to go see the 2 buildings. Left the building, came right here, took 2 Zoom calls, took off the Zoom calls, me and B shot content. Went home, had another Zoom call with the ad team. Bro, I was exhausted. Got on the Zoom call this morning, I said, yeah, I'm late, bro. I gotta wash my face, y'all. I was tired. But don't let life rush you. But also don't miss the moment that you've been praying for all your life. All right, let's go a little further, Jose. My bad, y'all. Well, it ain't my bad. Let's rock out. We rocking out. All right, episode 95. Let's get into it. Damn, we've been an hour in, Jose, and I ain't talking about A stock. Oh, my God. Oh, God. We on the street, y'all. Look at that haircut, boy. Golly. Gotta wipe my glasses off, Jose.
I thought you was about to brush.
No, I gotta wipe my glasses. So I like the glasses, dog.
Everybody like to go studious.
The glasses be hitting. George talk about my glasses, Jose.
I said keep them framed before you get the mics. You put the lenses.
I ain't putting no lens in this, dog. George talking about something. I could tell them ain't no cheap glass. People could tell. I don't like you, dog. George put on his weight vest this morning, Jose.
Oh,
Feeling like an old man.
okay.
I see him. All right, let's get into it, man. Word on the street. Let's get to it, man. All 3 sectors was up today. I ain't gonna lie, though. That was an end of the day rally. That was an end of the day rally because but here's what I think, though, and I'm gonna be honest. I truly think everybody is waiting on tomorrow. I think everybody is waiting on tomorrow. As I look right now, let me see. As I look right now at, let's see right quick. Let's see, Jose. As I look at the market, let's see. Right here. Okay. Stock futures are a little changed after S&P closes at a record high. Let's shout out to that. The S&P closed at a record high. The Dow got back over 40,000, which was amazing. Right? NASDAQ hit. Listen, and we had a new, I want to say Barclays raised the S&P outlook today to 5,400. Now, Jose, what was my mark at the beginning of the year? 52, right? I'm sticking with that though. Because here's what I don't want us to do. I don't want us to get caught in a hype where we feel like we need to keep raising our expectations and we get caught into that. I'm as 52 and I'm going to stick beside it. I'm sticking beside 52, Jose. But right now we at 53, bruh. Let's look at something right quick, Jose. Let me look at something right quick. How many people in the chat be doing the homework I be telling y'all do? Nobody. Now, I told y'all. Now, watch this. Year to date, the S&P is up 12%. We like that. We like that. Year to date, QQ, the NASDAQ is up. That's interesting. 12%. Dang. Right? And the Dow is up. All right, so watch this. No, some do. Yeah, so here's what I think, Jose. Tomorrow is going to be so pivotal. All right. And I think today, and we're going to get into Nvidia earnings, Jose. but I think that the market was bracing for tomorrow. In my heart of hearts, I feel like the market is just like, all right. Now listen, we had some great events happen. Can I get the whiteboard right quick? We had some great events happen that I particularly want to expound on just for a minute. Right? Just for a minute, I want to expound on a few things so that we can see, like, go ahead, turn it up. So we can see, like, what the issue was. So, and how do we get here? Right? I want to see how do we get here. So let's go through something right quick. Right? Let's go through something right quick. Jose, how do we look? How do we look on the screen? Can we see that on the screen? Whiteboard moment. Let's get it. All right, so let's take a minute, y'all, and talk about how we got here. Right? And why I feel like tomorrow is such a profound day, which I feel like everybody kind of feels like that. King Trap, you are grasshopper certified. I love it, family. All right, so, hey, right quick, man, get your trapper attire. Right, get your trapper attire. We got the wine. Right, we got the wine certified trapper. Right, we got the wine certified trapper. Get that. I know it's summertime. Don't be like Ace Hood and cut the sleeves off my stuff. You feel me? It was his birthday. My dog was vibing. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about how we got here. Right, so in April, the market gave us minus 5%. So we had a 5% pullback in April. Right? We saw Nvidia go from 976 to 796. We saw that, excuse me. We saw that. Right? We saw that. We saw Apple go all the way to 160-ish. Now it's pushing what? 190, 191, right? 190, 191. All right. We saw AVGO go from 1451 down to 1246. It's now at 1408. AVGO. 1400. What it is right now? 1400. All right. And then we saw Meta go from 530 to 408. We saw that. Looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Amazon kind of been moving sideways. That's good. I'm just talking about big drops in companies that we know was really getting busy. Right? Now, the thing about this is they carry weight. All right? We saw this. Now, of course, the problem with this is the 5% pullback took us on a 6-week journey. Right? This took us on a 6-week journey. These 6 weeks are how we were tested. Right? And then we saw a couple events happen that changed the dynamic of the market. And so here's some of the events that we saw happen. Now, so let's talk about some of the things that were at the forefront during those events. Right? Y'all with me right quick? Watch this. I will talk about Tesla, but they've been they was going through that before the pullback. They've been going through it since the beginning of the year, right? So let's talk about something we had on the thing. We saw, what I want to say here. We saw jobs increase. We saw CPI come in hot. We saw war, we'll call bombing, right? We saw these things happen. Watch this. We saw housing. And then we saw inflation increase. Right? Just the price of things, we saw that go up. And then, my thing can't do it. Damn. Never mind. I'll put here, we saw, what else did we see? What else did we see during that time? Something on my head, I want to see something. It don't want to come out. We saw something else that I had on my mind. All right. Oh, and then we saw, watch this. 7 Fed members publicly talk about hikes. And then, there's one more thing. We saw 10-year hit 5. It was like 4.9. Right? So we saw these events. So what does all this do? What does all of this cause in the market? Panic. All of that caused panic in the market. Right? All of that causes panic in the market. So when this happens, so think about this. All of this happened at one time. All of this happened at one time. Right? So when that happens, now the market starts to walk on eggshells. All right? So here's some of the things we saw change. Right? And so one of the things I talk to my Patreon members about, and one of the things I talk about my Trapper community about, is understanding the story. And the story is just you, watch this, collecting data. That's all the story is. A story is about you collecting data, because once you collect the data, now you can understand what it is that's moving the market one way or another. If we trapping, we trapping. Say we trapping in the comments. Right? Is we trapping or we trapping in the comments? Right? A story is you collecting data, pinpointing everything that's causing the market to move. Now, I told my trappers and I told my Patreon this. The market has hit 4.8. I say we are hot. I say we hot. I say, but if I see the market get here, I'll take a position. And they were like, well, why when they get here, Trap? I say, I got you. I say, when the market gets to 4.6, we'll take a position. And it was like, why? Because I said, if it's hot, if it's still running hot, we don't want to catch it while it's falling. We want some form of stabilization. I'm looking for I don't want to catch it while it's dropping. I want to find some form of stabilization. Because watch this. I'm about to say something. Jose, do we got the link for the portfolio mastery? Let's drop that. You're going to hear me say this in the portfolio mastery class. We don't look for the bottom. Watch this. But Sean, you're going to write this one down. We don't look for the bottom. Why, Trap? Because we look for entries. We don't look for the bottom. You know why? Because we don't know what the bottom is. But we look for entries. In the portfolio mastery class, we're going to show this a little bit more. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. In the portfolio mastery class, the slides and the workbook is just for y'all. I'm going to be on this goddamn whiteboard. The slides and the workbook that I'm going to be teaching from is kind of going to be for y'all. The fill in the blanks going to be for y'all. I'm going to be on this whiteboard giving y'all the business. From 10 to 4. Nothing but business. You feel me? So we don't look for the bottom, y'all. We look for interest. You know why? Because if we look for the bottom, we're going to consistently be saying it's going to go lower. It's going to go lower. It's going to go lower. But if we can paint a picture about events that's going on, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about in the portfolio mastery class, how to paint a storybook picture. How to paint a story. Jose, drop the link. I think we have 15 seats left. It is next week for the portfolio mastery class. It's May 30th. We're doing a meet and greet from 7 to I don't know what time. And then Friday, May the 31st, we're doing 10 to 4 class. Saturday, the 1st, 10 to 4 class. In the studio, 55 people. I think we have 15 seats left. So, and I got somebody come. Matter of fact, I got to hit Strike up today. He sent me the list. I said, Strike, that's too much. I said, it's only 50 people, 55 people. Why you got lobster, salmon. He got lobster, salmon, rack of lamb, veg. I say, Mike, no. I say, Strike, no. We're not doing all that. Give me one red meat, one seafood, one veggie. You got salmon, lobster, shrimp po' boys, rack of lamb, and a veggie. No, Mike. No, Striker. We're not doing that. What are you doing? Arugula salad? No. 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 Oh, gumbo collard greens? No. 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 I said, bro, 55 people. Appetizer and a salad, my dog. That's it. He had a whole, no. I had to get him out. I said, they're not going to want to learn. They're going to want to be sleepy. No, what you doing, bro? We feed them at 12. They still got to go to 4. What you doing? No, we're not doing that. So I gotta get back with Strike after that. I said, no, indeed, no Strike. But anyway, so I said this to say we don't look for the bottom, we look for entries. Right? Because entries do what? Position us. Entries position us. Now, the worst thing that can happen to a person is, watch this, Jose. The worst thing that can happen to a person is once you make an entry here, let's say you make an entry at 440 and the stock goes to 420, you panic, sell to get back in at a cheaper price. What we doing? We're doing the wrong thing. So I don't mind you getting that 440, but now I'm going to show you how to do what? Pricing points. Because we don't want to catch a falling knife. We don't want to catch a falling knife. We want to position ourselves properly. We don't want to catch a falling knife, which is why we need to tell the story. If we tell the story and then we identify this event, we identify a market event, sector event, industry event, company event. This is how we position ourselves. Positioning yourselves puts you in a different mindset. And when you position yourself, now you are reshaping your financial structure. Now we're reshaping our financial structure. But if you don't understand none of this, then you can't even position your portfolio to be profitable for you. Yeah, I know. Chelsea, leave me alone, Chelsea. Chelsea, leave me alone. Right? So I want us to understand that. So back to the story, Jose, we was telling. Back to the story we was telling, Jose. Here. Now, here's what I do know. Here's some things that changed, Jose. We trapping in the comments, y'all. Share this like this. Share this to somebody that's trying to learn. To all my beginner people, rock out. You need to be in the thing. Go on, make that small investment in yourself so you can cross the threshold. Go on, make that small investment in yourself so you can cross the threshold. Y'all been crying trap. I need a one-on-one. I'm not giving you one-on-one, but a 60-person, 55 people in the segment learning from me is close you're going to get to a one-on-one with me. And I promise you, spending $19.97 or $2,400 ain't a lot compared to the immense amount of value you're going to give. Right? So here's some things that we know did happen, Jose. One, Jerome said no rate hikes. He came out and said that we ain't hiking no rates. That was a check mark for the market. The next thing that happened, and people don't agree with it, was Apple beat earnings, rev, and guidance. That was big. Next, we saw a cool CPI and the jobs came in at 170K. They was expecting 190 or more. And then we saw the 10-year drop to what? 4.6, and then we got a 4.2. All those things combined, watch me right quick though. B, give me the Fear and Greed Index on the screen. B and Carson, give me the Fear and Greed Index right quick. And now we get this. Y'all see how we tied that in? You see how we tied that in? Mind you, we went from what? We went from rocking 30, then we went to 40, 41. Last week, we was at 51, but we was in the neutral. And in 1 week, we went from 51 to 63, but we saw how the events changed slowly but surely. We saw the market do what? Tilt. But watch this. If you're in the Patreon, or if you're in Trappers Anonymous, even when I don't put a play in, I'm still giving us data on how we see the market moving. All my Patreon people and all my Trappers Anonymous people, am I right or am I wrong? Tell me in the comments. Even on the days I didn't put a play in, I also put data in. Hey, y'all, this is what we see happening. If we see this, this is how the market is pivoting the way we wanted to go. I didn't tell a lie. I literally told us the data, if we pay attention to the data and we look at the story being told, we can learn how to pivot our portfolios to maximize the profit. So when the market is giving you what? When the market is applying the most pressure, that's when you need to learn how to stand firm on the information that you have. Watch this, y'all. I said this in the beginning. Volatility in the market transfers wealth from those who didn't expect it to those who prepared for it. Shout out to my lieutenants and Trappers Anonymous because they be ready. And Chelsea, I will have the meeting with the lieutenants because Chelsea be on me. Trap, we need a meeting now. Right? So one thing I do with my people is emotionally, I'm not going to abandon you because I know when the market is putting pressure on you, you need me to speak up. You need me to help you navigate through the space. Why? Because it is important and you already understand more than anything, yo, my dog Trap really been through it. He done navigated these times before. To my people in the Patreon and my people in Trappers Anonymous, they like, yo, Trap done navigated this with me before. I've borrowed his confidence until I built up my own. And now the new people like, yo, Trap, I need a post. But my lieutenants in the Trappers Anonymous like, yo, this is what we see. This is what we doing. My people in the Patreon, they like, Trap, what we, boom, boom, boom. So the purpose of these communities is also so emotionally you don't commit financial suicide. And what does that look like in the market? Taking unnecessary L's. Taking unnecessary L's. Because an L that you don't have to take is money you now got to fight for back in the market. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes we got to take the L and go about our business. But an unnecessary L is one now we got to fight back to get out the market. When we could have just stayed in position and let the asset do the work it's supposed to be doing. That's the dope part about community. For the people that I got to do it by myself. The dope part about community is you don't take the unnecessary L and you have a support system of people who see the market a little bit better than you that can help you navigate what it is you got to navigate through. So now, everything we looked at played out for us. And this is why I say we got such a dope community in both of them is because I don't leave neither one of them out. I don't know how I end up teaching in the Patreon. I don't know how I end up teaching, but I know how because I don't like people not understanding what's going on. Whether you make the play or not, I can't do that, but I don't want you to not understand what's going on. I don't want you to understand not what's going on. So, tomorrow is going to be critical. Here's why this is going to be critical. The last 3 earnings calls this company has increased earnings and revenue by more than 200%. That's preposterous. The last 3 earnings calls, people keep saying they can't possibly do that again. And they do it again. I'm not even gonna lie. The last earning call, I was like, nah, I'm not playing with them people. And they struck it out the park. They struck it out the park so, listen to me, this blew my mind. They struck it out the park so much, the stock shot up, and then the next day, it went down because it hit a high, and people were like, nope, They just took profits on it. So, tomorrow, a lot is riding. A lot is riding on this. And to my Patreon people, do not expect me to put a call in before earnings. Don't DM me and ask me, Trap, what we doing for Nvidia earnings? Sitting on the side. We got 3 plays in. We're gonna let them do whatever. We're gonna let them do what they gotta do. What I will say is, if that thing do what it do, it's gonna be trouble. It's gonna drop. It's gonna do a little bit because people prepare. People positioning themselves for whatever happened. And I just want us to put our seatbelts on. I just want us to put our seatbelts on. All right, let's get back to the chip, man. God damn, I've been talking. All right. Let's go to recession portfolio. Damn, I've been talking. God damn, Jose, why you didn't tell me, dog? Damn, that's been a hell of a. All right. Recession portfolio, y'all know, man. You know, we break down what we doing. The people say earnings call watch party. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Earnings call watch party. I don't know how Jose feel about that. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I know one thing, boy. People gonna be pissed if that thing go the other way. I can't help you. Because I already know what's gonna happen. They gonna hit me, Trap, what we supposed to do? Buy some more. Well, I got a flight at I think 7. Let me see. But I won't do it. If we did it, I won't do the live on my personal channel. I got a live, I'll tell you. I got a flight tomorrow, Jose, at 7:45. So I could catch a Uber from here. We could do the live. It probably gonna go earnings call at right after the bell, 4. And probably by 5 o'clock we'll have the earnings call. So we could do an hour show leading to that.
Tell everybody they need to be on Trappin's
The Wall Street Trapper personal page.
just in case.
Yep, we could go to the Wall Street Trapper personal page. We could do the live, and then once that's over, I can leave at about, it's about what, an hour? I mean, it's about 30 minutes from the airport from here. Get to the airport 5:30, 5:45. That ain't bad timing.
All right, let me think about it because I want to show on screen.
Yeah, so we could do that. We could do it in here. That's good. I ain't mad. And that can help us boost the other page up. All right. All right, y'all, let's get into it, man. Earnings call. All right, let's get to the recession portfolio, y'all. Let's get to it. First, let's get up. All right, first up we got, so the market is up 12%, Jose. We up 26% in the recession portfolio. Let's salute to that. That means we print money. First up, Allstate. All right, insurance, Allstate is 115 a day. It went down on me. Costco, killing it. 21,000, made it 1,200 a day. CTAS, Cintas, turned around on us today. EME, y'all know we like EME. Going crazy. FICO lost 4 bands today, but we up 8 grand of that. Eli Lilly went crazy today. Meta gave us a decline today. Nvidia up 1,000 today. PRW gave us 600 today. And VRTX, bro, that stock there is so like it goes crazy. But we up 26% in May. That's good. The market's only up 12%. That means we've doubled what the market is up. Can't be mad at that. We've doubled what the market is up. Last year we had a return of 30%. Right? We had a return of 30% last year. We up 20. And you got to give it to me. Here's what you got to give me, and I'm going to be real with you. Here's what you got to give me. The only names that you really know is Nvidia, Meta, and Costco, and Eli Lilly. Right? So you still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other plays that's pushing the portfolio. And if we being real with you, yes, Nvidia push, yes, Meta push, but look at Eli Lilly, dog. And let's talk about this. We started this portfolio from scratch in January. Come on, man. Also, that's something we're going to talk about inside the portfolio mastery. You're going to learn how to build a long-term portfolio and how to balance it and rebalance it. But you're also going to learn how to build another portfolio just to beat the market every year. You feel me? And it's easy for you to be like, you got the big name coming. All I got is really and truly Meta, Nvidia, Eli Lilly. People be sleeping on Costco. Oh, yeah. Dancing Diamond Jewelry. I see you in the thing. I saw you made a comment on a personal page where you said it's not true that other people aren't beating the market on a portfolio page. I wasn't saying that from a perspective of nobody ain't beating. It's impossible for me to say that nobody ain't beating the market. What I was specifically talking about and what I always talk about is other people who are talking about fundamentals investing on YouTube, on Instagram. I always be talking about other people who teach about the stock market. Let us see that they beat the market as well. And you was like, that's not true. I wasn't talking, if people who watch this show every week, I'm never talking about individual people I'm talking about people who are in the space talking about invest in this company, invest in that company. I think there should be what's what I'm looking for right here? And I know you meant no harm, fam, because I appreciate you tapping every week. So I'm definitely not like attacking you or nothing like that. I wanted to clarify because I saw the comment. I was like, I know that's my guy. He always be in the chat. So I wanted to say that. I wasn't talking about, and first of all, let me say this. Salute to you because you up 28% this year.
Boy, it's good.
Let me salute to you for that. What you say, cuz? All right, so let me salute to you, Dancing Diamonds, for being up 28% this year. That's crazy. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it should be a requirement that if somebody teaching you about investing, they have, and this is, let me say this is not me taking a shot at nobody. This is not that. What I am saying, and here's why. It eliminates theory. And I don't care if you white, black, Spanish, Asian, Chinese, care what you is. Because guess what? You should not learn real estate from somebody who don't got real estate. You should not learn about buying commercial real estate or residential real estate from somebody that just know how to teach you about commercial real estate or residential real estate. Because that's theory and not practicality. Right? You should not learn about business from somebody who does not have a multi-million-dollar business. That's the only person that should be able to teach you about business. And they should be able to show you how they scaled their business to a multi-million-dollar business. And not just from a perspective of sales, but also from infrastructure. I'm going to a mentor right now because he's teaching me infrastructure. Literally, he said, I'm cringing at the fact that you paid $1.7 million and $1.8 million in taxes. I'm cringing. I applaud you because you had the money to pay the taxes, because most entrepreneurs have that tax bill and can't pay the taxes. But I'm cringing at the fact that you paid that much taxes. We got to get your infrastructure in order. So we spent 6 hours talking about infrastructure. So you should not learn business from a person that not just knows about scale, but knows about back-end infrastructure, because it makes no sense. It does you, as an entrepreneur, it does you more harm than good to go create a 7-figure or multi-million-dollar business and you don't have a back office, a CFO, a COO, an operations manager, an administrative assistant that shows you how to actually construct that business. You should not learn about investing in stocks. Hey, tell somebody the battery about to go down. Your MacBook will sleep soon unless you plug it in. Don't make us look like we ain't got no charger. You know the people gonna say, plug that thing up, getting trapped. You know that.
They can't see it. That's yours.
Oh. So you should not be learning stocks from a person that does not show you consistently what they doing. One of the reasons why I show this every week is because I want, and I don't care whether you see me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care if y'all see me make money or lose money. I need you to see me playing the game every week at a high level. I care more about that than anything. You feel me? I care more about you seeing me play the game at a high level. On my personal page, when I've been reading the chat, people like, this, that. I be like, bro, I don't even care. I just want you to see me playing the game at a high level. Right? So how can I tell my people in the Patreon to make this move or to make this play? How can I tell people in Trappers Anonymous to make this move or make this play if I'm not playing a game at a high level? And when I say high level, here's what I also want you to understand. As the person who's teaching you, I want to be at least 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps ahead of the people I'm teaching. Because I always want my people to feel like, because I know that the people who are learning from me, I'm giving you information I'm showing so you're catching up. So I want to keep learning, but I still look at us as equals, if that makes sense. I still look at us as equals, but I want to keep learning so that I can keep teaching you. Right? So if I'm telling you, I own Costco and we did the breakdown on it, but all I got is 2 shares. And then you like, I got 10 shares, Trap. I don't have the authority. In my mind, it's just like when players Watch this. Players, I was listening to something about LeBron one day, and they said, Bron won championships, but imagine if he had a coach like Phil. You know the difference in that? Because Phil won 6. At that point, Bron understands the authority. Man, I hope I said that right. I hope that made sense. You feel me? Like, the coaches that he had, don't get me wrong, they were good coaches. But Bron was able to run the team damn near. But when you played for Phil, you understood this is 6 of them. There you go, not counting the other ones he won. Not counting the ones he won with the Bulls and the ones he won with the Lakers. We talk 11. It's a whole different type of authority right there. Man, you coming in that class like, what, Phil? What you say? Triangle offense? Yep, I'm over here. Right? So even if somebody teaching you, you're like, all right, show me what you're doing. But just because you can teach it doesn't mean you're the authority. Just because you can teach it don't mean you got the authority. Because if you're in first grade and I'm in first grade, how you got the authority? So when my people see me and they're like, Trap, I got 1 contract, and I'm like, yeah, I got 25. You feel me? Trap, I'm in 5 plays, yeah, I'm in 27 of them. And counting. Trap, I lost 1,000, yeah, I lost 40. Like, so there's different levels of what I feel we should be able to expect from our teachers. You feel me? It's like going to college. This person teaching you business, but you're like, yo, how many businesses do you have? But let's go even further. How many businesses have failed for you? Because you can teach me textbook, but you learn, I need to know how many businesses you failed at. Because that's what some information at. That's like how many businesses you got that's successful? Cool, you got 7 successful businesses. Love it. How many of them failed before you got to the 7? Or 5? Cool, let's talk. Because I want you to teach me from there. You don't got no choice but to teach me from there because that's how you got here. That's why I always say you can't make $1 million if you ain't cool with losing 100,000. Because once you lost 100,000, everything you learned, you going right back. Oh, let me add this. Let me take this. Let me maneuver this. I did this wrong. This really punched me in the face right here. Oh, okay, bet. Now you can go on that run. So for me, if you're going to teach me about, and this ain't no shot at nobody. I'm not throwing no subs. I'm not doing none of that. I'm speaking from a person that's teaching. I'm saying that you will respect a person more, and here's why. If me and you on the same educational level, why should I learn from you? I'm capped out as I learn from you. I'm capped out. I'm capped out. Because now you're trying to teach me as you go, which is cool, but I have nothing to look forward to. But if I'm in the 1st grade and you're in the 10th grade, I got a whole lot of room to catch up till I get to you. And if you're a great teacher, you're going to keep learning. I've shifted mentors a couple times because I felt like I caught up to them. I felt like I caught up to them. I done heard the message multiple times. Now I'm starting to recite your message. I'm starting to recite your information. I done caught up to you. And it don't mean you're not a good mentor. I caught up to you. Reason why I love E so much, bro, I be trying to catch up to E and he just keep on going. I'm like, damn, how you, damn. So for you as my people in Trappers Anonymous, I guarantee you they be like, bro, this dude don't never stop. How he come up with that? Or they'll be like, as Trap always say, and then I'll like Lieutenant Casey, Chelsea, man, they be going, man, Natalie, they be, Joss, what? They be going in on it. My people from the UK, they be, I gotta keep learning, because if I stop learning, there's no need for them to be there with me. In the Patreon, I can give you my blueprint. This always happened to me in the Patreon, Jose. Hey, Trap, I followed the formula, but how you got that strike price? Because that ain't the same formula. Because I'm keep learning. And my people in the Patreon know for a fact, they be like, Trap, like, I don't see this. Hold up, Trap, I went back to I don't see that. I ain't never gonna let you catch up to me. But it's not that I don't want to, it's that because I'm gonna keep learning the game, I want you to keep learning. Daniel said they never caught up with Mr. Miyagi. All right, let's go a little further. I won't beat that up too much longer. All right, let's get into it. All right, so here's the Patreon plays right here. We got the AMAT play. Let me see. AMAT, we got 30. I'm trying to get to it so I can see right quick, so I can see we up on it. What is that? Hold up, y'all. Give me a second. So I can show y'all the returns. I like to talk about the returns. How y'all feeling in the chat? How y'all feeling in the chat? How y'all feeling in the chat? All right, let's go. I just want to see how y'all feel. Today we made 21,000. So watch this. Yesterday we made 97. Today we made 21. Bro, I'm telling you right now. Bro, if Nvidia shoot up tomorrow, I'm gonna feel like one of the gremlins. Night, night. Bye-bye. All right, so let's talk about it. So the AMAT play is up 30%. That one did good for us. That one did good for us. That one did good for us. It turned around. Amazon, 27,000. We up 247%. The other two Amazon plays is down. One of them down 1%, 3%, one down 11%. The AVGO plays, both of them are down 7% and one is down 25%. Fastenal is down. I'm dead on that one. I knew I was dead though, but I stayed in it. GE is up 7,000. It is up 59%. Let's go a little further. All right, GEV is shook back for us, but it's down 9%. Google, one is up 291%, one is up 111%. Eli Lilly did 11,000 today, we up 24%. Meta. So here's what I did on this Meta play. It was up on the Meta play for a week. They had that earnings call. It dropped down. I got in another one when it dropped down. So we got one of them up 26%, one of them down 35%. The Netflix play, we've been in that for 2 weeks. It's up 27%. ServiceNow, we up 11%. That's the one at the bottom. Let's go a little further. Oh, somebody asked why I'm holding that bag on Fastenal. Just because it because it was a small percent. Even though I have a lot, it's only a small percent of the portfolio. And I was just like, whatever. I should cut it, but I've been called it dead 5 weeks ago. I was like, yo, it's dead. Because once it fell down to a certain price, I knew it'll take forever for it to get back. It don't move fast enough to get back. And so you're right, I should just cut it. Because I've been called it as dead, but because I got it till January, I just held on to it. And that was all, like, it missed earnings. It missed earnings bad. And it dropped like $25. $25 for a stock like that. So that killed me. So anyway, all right, then we got the Nvidias. So we got one Nvidia, and I'll give y'all how many contracts I got. The first Nvidia is a $1,000 call. That one is up 11%. We have 8 contracts. The next one is the 860 call. We up 25,000. We got 8 contracts. And the last one is the $900 call. We have 31 contracts. Jose, somebody said Netflix stock a week keep you off the street. All right, then we got the 2 QQQ plays we've been in for a minute. We put that one in the Patreon, all of them in the Patreon, but that was the newest one. One up 35%, one up 34%. The XLK play shook back, is at 650, and the XLY play is down. Let's talk to y'all about how many plays I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 23 plays. We in 23 plays. This year alone, we've did about 35 plays. We've only lost on 4 plays. As of right now, we're up right now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 plays. And we're down on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays. So we up on 15. We down on 8. We lost on 4 during the year, and we did about 35 plays in total. Just so you want to know how active we is. Right? We're in 23 plays. We're up on 15. We're down on 8. We did a total of 35 to 36 plays this year. We've only lost on 4. Our average return on a stock is about 125%. On an option play, is about 125%. And the reason for that is because we've gotten a 700% return, an 800% return, a few 500% returns, and a 600% return. On average, we do about 100%. We have had some where we took out at 75%, at 50%. And if you're in a Patreon, you probably, out of 35 plays, you've probably got in, depending on when you got in, you probably did on average about 10, 11 plays. So, we transparent over here. We are transparent over here. So just want y'all to know that. If you want to come join the Patreon, man, come rock out with us. We definitely get to the bag. And as I've always stated, we will not win on every play. The Black Atlas, 65% on option plays, LOL. I don't understand what that means. What I will say is we will not win every play. I cannot make that statement. But what I will say is we will 100% win way more plays than we lose. More than double. More than double. We 100% will win way more plays. Like I said, we did about 35, 37 plays this year. We've only lost on 4. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get in the picture and want to get the option plays, you got to be in the top 2 tiers. Double R says she's currently in 14 plays. 15 for 23 is 65%. Dope. Good math, family. Thank you for, 65%. I ain't mad at that. And if you look at my, all right, so do this. 15 for 23. That's cool. Look at 4 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because they can turn around, but let's just say 8 for 35. What that is, what that percentage is, 8 for 35. Right, I'll count the 4. Just if you counted the 4 that we down, the 4 we lost on, and the 8 that we down on right now. So what that is, that's 8 out of 37. What would that be? About what? What the percentage is on that? And that's just saying if the ones we down on never turn around. Huh? 21.6%. So it mean we about 79% on our trades? Yeah. I'll take that.
8 divided by 37, right?
I'll take that. 23%, yep, so that's good. So that means we win on about 70-something percent, 76%, 76.9%. We'll take that. Yep, we'll take that. We'll take that. I'll live with that. Yep, I mean 1 for every 4. Yep, that's good. I saw the comment. It says, Jose asked Trap, does he like trading this much? Hell no. Hell no, I don't. I do it for y'all, man. If it's up to me, I'd do 2, 3 trades, 4 trades a year and be all right. I ain't lying to you. I just load up on about 4 of them and be all right. You know what I'm saying? But, yep, 78%, yep. Even in the option masterclass, I say that. I say you only need about 6 trades a year. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me say something too right quick. On the year, I'm not gonna say it. Sean, come here right quick. I want to let you say it because I want them to think that I'm saying anything out my mouth. Year-to-date realized gains is how much?
Year-to-date realized gains, total gain, 16.28%.
No, all right, 16. I'm talking about right. No, that's not there. I'm talking about year-to-date realized gains.
Oh, 1.1 million.
1.1 million. And then how much we up right now in total year-to-date? I mean, on the unrealized, how much?
Unrealized. That's total gain?
No, this is right. Yeah, total gains.
Oh, total gain 230,000.
All right, so 230,000 plus 1.1 million puts us about 1.3 million on the year. 1.3 million on the year. That's what we look like. $1.3 million on a year, and we in May. And the reason I say realized gains, because that means that's option plays that we've cashed out on. Right? So if you don't know, like unrealized is money that's still working for you. Realized means you took that out the market. So we've taken out the market 1.1 million. And we got 203 working right now. So in total, we made 1.3 million so far. And we are in May. So we probably can get 2 million by the end of the year. On a cool. I'm trying to get 3. That Nvidia play act right. That act right. So anyway, that's what I mean by Jose. But that's what I mean by, and I know we got stuff to talk about. But that's what I mean by having somebody teach you that it inspires you or aspires you to go there. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I see my mentor going hard, if I see somebody, he did what? 1.3 and is in May. Oh, bet. Okay. Bet. Right? And people will be like, well, because you got the money. I'm risking it. Well, you got the money. I'm risking it. I'm putting my money where my teachings are. Right? Like I'm not just saying, hey, y'all, I got one contract. Nothing wrong with that. But I can't teach you saying, hey, y'all, I got one contract. And I turn one. No. Hey, y'all, we got 30 of them. Like I'm putting my money where my teachings are. In the buy and hold, I'm putting my money where my portfolio returns are. When I say I'm a great fundamental investor, guess what? Back to back years, we've beat them. We're going on our 4th year that we've been showing. You feel me? I'm backing up my teachings with my money. Meaning, okay, 2022, the market was down 13%. We got a 16% rate of return. We showed that on Trappin Tuesdays. Every week we showed it. Last year, market was up 20%, 16%. We did 30. This year, the market up 12. We showing it. And the year before that, I realized that I need to show it. We had like a 19, 20% rate of return. So that's me actually saying I'm a great fundamental investor. I'm not just inking by the market. I'm blowing past it. Feel me? I'm not just saying, yo, this is how I play the options game. My returns are saying, yo, he knocking it out the park. And then my people are saying, yo, I'm knocking it out the park with him. What happened?
Randy turned into the new dude.
Oh.
Hitting the back punch in the air.
I'm trying to just get the point across, Jose, that we in a state where we need people who are not just teaching it off practicality. Because check this out. It's easy to do this. It's easy to have a great understanding of the market and then start teaching people from your understanding of the market and then saying, yo, my people winning from what I'm saying to do. Right? It's easy to say that. I got a good understanding of the market and I can get on here and teach all day, every day. That's cool and all. And now you're charging people for something, but you're teaching them from theory, not practicality. And you're not that far ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like you're not that far ahead of them. Like you learned it, you studied, you researched it, and then you started teaching it. Right? So you got a Robinhood account and you started teaching it, but you're on the same level as the people you teaching. But you just know how to word it and make it sound a certain way. And I'm not mad at that either. But when you come here, know that I'm backing it up fully. I'm risking it. And if I didn't know what I was doing, I would be losing a whole bunch of money. You feel me? Like I would be losing everything that I'm working hard to build. And I can promise you, Trappin Tuesdays wouldn't be such a success. And I, as the Wall Street trapper, wouldn't have people rocking with me the way I do if I got up here. Because here's the thing. Going from saying you transparent to you don't know what the hell you doing is a thin line. Because if that portfolio was the other way around, where I had 15 losses and 8 wins, out of 37, I'm losing on 20, he was like, nah, bro. Nah, I'm good. I'ma holler at you. Yeah, bro, this has been a bad year for me. I got 23 losses and 8 wins. Nah, dog, go on, stop. Go on, chill out. My buy and hold ain't beating the market. Nah, bro. You feel me? That's why I love it. The reason why I love this, and I'm going to tell you something. It takes a bold teacher. It takes a bold educator. It takes somebody that's truly, truly, truly dedicated to their craft to get up here each and every week and show. It's not one week I've missed showing this portfolio. It's not one week I've missed. All right, let's go a little further. God damn. Skip it, D. Skip it. Go on, skip the heat check, bro. Go on, skip it. Go on, skip it. Yeah, I like that one. That's all right there. That's God damn, man. God damn. All right, so watch this. More crypto ETFs on the way. I like this because this is going to be important, right? So we know, and I won't say this, I still don't think that Bitcoin will hit 100,000 this year. I'm steady on that. But the Ethereum has picked up the same flow as Bitcoin because once they got the spot Bitcoin ETFs, right, it now became a tradable asset on the stock market. Now think about it. Before that, all it had was the futures, right? So you had to get Bitcoin futures. You had to get it through that. When it came with the spot Bitcoin ETFs, now what happened was you were able to they were able to now put it inside of your like 401ks or retirements as a equity, if that makes sense. So now they're gonna do the same thing with crypto, with Ethereum. I wrote something down today that said that Ethereum has reached 3,800, and now they're saying it will have a 75% approval rate. If you don't think Bitcoin will reach 100K, you're wild. I never said it won't reach 100K. I said this year. You're not listening. I did not say Bitcoin will not hit 100K. I think it will hit 100K. I said in 2024, it won't hit 100K. I never said it won't get. I've never said that. I own Bitcoin. I needed to hit 100K. I said this year. Now, you can disagree with me on that too. I just said this year. That's all I said. I don't think it hit 100K this year. And I got 10,000 on it. If you think I'm that wild, I got 10,000 on it. If you think I'm that wild, I got 10,000 on it. We can put it in. I know about the halving. I know about all that. I don't think it'll hit 100K this year. We can put the 10K in an escrow account where I can't touch it or you can't touch it. We can find a lawyer. We can write it out. The last person and my people I was supposed to do it, I just didn't get the lawyer to write it out. I'm ready now. I got the lawyer. We can write it out. We can put it in an escrow account, and I'm willing to bet multiple people $10,000. Let's make that clear. Let's make that clear. I'm willing to bet multiple people $10,000. Or y'all can come together and have a fund. Don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Y'all can collaborate. Y'all know how to go. Baby, let's go. All right, cool. DM me on Instagram and say, I got the 10K trap, and we can get the lawyer. We can sign a contract. I will send you a contract. We can word it. We can find an escrow account. We got all that in. It's okay. It's okay. No. That was my bet. And I'm cool with it. Like, I'm cool with it. I just don't feel like I don't feel like it could reach 100K this year. And here's the thing. All they got to do is touch 100K. It don't even got to stay there. If it hit 100K, you win. It don't got to stay there. It don't got to end the year at it. If it hit 99, you lose. If it hit 100,000 for a millisecond and leave, you win. All right, let's go a little further. But how you feel about Ethereum? I think that's cool. But for me, I just feel like I think this is more for funds than it is for individuals. Because me, I don't want to buy crypto. I don't want to buy a Bitcoin or Ethereum ETF. And the reason why I don't want to buy a Bitcoin or Ethereum ETF because you can just go buy $100 worth of Ethereum. You can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. So, I don't know. Let's go a little further. How do y'all feel? All right, Google has entered the AI chat. Google rolls out its most powerful AI models as the competition for OpenAI goes crazy. Go a little further because we got one more with Apple. Yep, the dynamic duo. Apple nears a deal with OpenAI to put ChatGPT 4 up. They got another version of it on an iPhone. Now, here's why I think this is so dope, y'all. I'm telling you that when I was sitting down, we was having the brunch with TD Jakes, he said something that was powerful to me. He said he thinks that OpenAI will take the place of social media. He said not YouTube because I feel like that's different. I said, oh, so you talking about like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? I said, man, that's kind of deep, Bishop. And I thought about something. The radio almost replaced the newspaper in a way. Then TV replaced what the radio did. And then social media took us off TV, and then cable took us from regular TV, and then streaming took us from that. And so now I was like, oh, there has to be an evolution. There has to be an evolution. When I thought about it from that perspective, I said, oh, he might be on to something. He was like, I'm not talking about YouTube because if we think about it, YouTube, it is, I guess, a social media, but it's something, I don't look at it as I would look at like a TikTok and an Instagram and it's kind of in a league of it. It's kind of like Netflix or something. And we got to think about it. Yeah, and we got to think about it. Remember I said the stat. I said YouTube actually has more viewers than Netflix. Right? So YouTube has more. And so when he said that, I said, if we look at the idea, say, do me a favor, Jose. That person in the chat that said TD Diddy, block him. I don't care. No disrespect. No, there will be no disrespect here. There will be no disrespect here. Block them. When you see that chat, block them. But because I feel like, Jose, there's always constant evolution. And so we cannot think that just the social media itself is a end-all, be-all. There has to be another version of it. So when he said that, I said, I'm not mad at that. What you think? So here's what I think. I had the dang on. I got the Oculus and I got the other ones. I got the Apple ones. I called Jose on it. I said, oh, this crazy. Jose like, man, why you look stupid like that? I say, man, stop playing, dog. I was trying, bro, like you can have the thing on, the Apple Vision Pro, and bro, you could just start FaceTiming people. I can FaceTime you with the Apple Vision Pro on, cuz. Because Jose didn't have it. Me and Nikki had it. He was like, oh, this is crazy. And then I was able to let Jose see what I was seeing. And he just on FaceTime. I'm like changing the background. We looking at YouTube, all from the glasses, bro. I was like, oh, this is crazy. So when we say that the AI will replace social media, I'm looking at it from, it could be AR, VR. Come on, Jose, we on to something here. Huh? But is AR, VR a form of artificial intelligence? Not yet, but they'll add it to it. Because, bro, you could get on there and go, I was looking at Trappin Tuesday from the glasses. You saw it? So I called Jose. He wasn't even on. He like, bro, why you look like that? You look stupid. I'm like, man, you tripping. But the thing made me do the thing with my head where it took all my mannerisms and literally I was like, oh, this is crazy. You need AI to have AR, VR. Exactly. So the business might be on to something. So now, look at this. Now here's what I think a challenge is. If Apple nears a deal with ChatGPT, my thing is, does that replace Google? Because Google pays Apple $20 billion a year to be a search engine. Now, mind you, ChatGPT is another form of a search engine, in a way. Not to where you look up websites, but you search for answers, and now they speeding it up. So how does that play?
I think in a few years, but Google is.
That's gonna be crazy. All right, let's go a little further, man. We just on to something. Listen, the conversation's gotta be had, and the reason why it gotta be had is because we gotta keep adapting. The world doesn't stop evolving. It keeps evolving. You know why? Because man is compelled to push boundaries. Charge this for me. Put it on charger for me. I'm gonna need it for flush or flipping. Right? So man is compelled to keep, that go Nat, what's up, Queen? Right?
You made me think about very small super chats.
Yeah, your super chat's getting real small, Nat. I don't know what's going on. You went from 99 to 49. The last 2 weeks you done gave me 25. I don't know if you rocking me the same way or not. I don't know. We gotta have a conversation. You heard me? I'm joking. Right? So everybody should go watch America in Color. It's 3 different seasons, but I'm telling you, it's on Amazon Prime. And you get to see how America evolved. Bruh, when America got the car, it was a game changer. Here's another thing that was a game changer, George. Rubber tires. I didn't, see, we think that's a normal. Bruh, Firestone changed the game with rubber tires. The next thing after that, George, watch this. The next thing after that, after the rubber tires for the cars, his next big break was the rubber tires for the tractors. Before that, it was steel. I wanted to call you. I said, whoa. The rubber tires on the tractors started saving less gas. And it started helping the tractors get through so many different things. Firestone became the dominant brand when Ford adapted the Firestone tire, and then he shifted gears to the tractor. Bruh, I said, oh, this is crazy. No, somebody saying Trap don't tell a story. I'm not, bro, that thing is literally like 45 episodes. Like season 1, 13 episodes. Even like, it's crazy. Another thing that blew my mind was when people stopped doing tricks on airplanes. This blew my mind. At one point in time, people were doing tricks on airplanes. Bruh, literally, like the airplane had like 4 wings on it. Bruh, they were standing on the wings. I'm like, bruh, you will go to jail trying that now. No safety harness. Bruh, listen, jumping from one airplane to another airplane. I'm like, bruh, what is wrong with these people? I'm talking about the airplane turning around. I said, what is wrong with these people? The one lady got a chain with a mouthpiece. She's literally like biting the chain with the mouthpiece. I say, bro, what was wrong with Americans? Here's what happened. The birth of entertainment through athleticism became a thing. That became a new thing. Entertainment through like sports and baseball, football. The first $1 million athlete, guess what sport it came from? It's crazy. Everybody get one try. Wrong. Wrong. Baseball, table tennis, wrong. Wrong. The first $1 million athlete came from bowling. The first bowler to get $1 million deal, the first athlete to get $1 million deal came from bowling. And it was after they switched the invention from, because before when you knocked the pins down, it was little dudes sitting on the thing putting the pins back up. The person invented the idea of the pin thing, changed the whole dynamic of bowling. The first $1 million athlete came from bowling. Crazy. 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 But sports, once America adapted this infatuation with sports entertainment, bruh, it changed America. Because they realized that people were willing to spend a bunch of money to be entertained. One of the biggest events was when, what's the black boxer name? The first black boxer, the dude, not Joe Louis. Whatever the black dude was, so he beat the white dude was, and I'm not speaking this from a racial perspective. The white dude was, he was a Navy vet. And so at the time, America had just this fascination with people that came from the Navy. And this black dude beat the brakes off him. So this was the first live boxing sports event. They built the first arena. It held like 5,000 people. Jack Johnson. It held the arena. The arena had 5,000 people. For the first time ever, it was 97% white people there. Because the white dude said that was a flop. The second time they fought, he was the first athlete to get a $100,000 prize. He beat the brakes off that white man. Beat the brakes off him, dog. And it changed the dynamics of Americans watching sports. And they realized that sports was the thing. So somebody said something just now about, Houston. Somebody said something about Houston. That's good. The first Little League team to ever get televised was the Houston baseball team, the World Series of Baseball. Yeah. Bro, I be stuck. The World Series of Baseball, the first team was Houston versus Pittsburgh. The World Series of Baseball, the city of Houston won the first, yeah. All right, let's go a little further, my bad. All right, so Tesla still got motion. So we know that Tesla is losing, my bad, y'all. Like I be excited about teaching y'all stuff, bro. I like to teach. I don't got to be stuck teaching about stocks, huh, Jose? All right, we're not going to be no 3 hour show. All right, so Tesla still got motion. So we know that Tesla is losing a lot of market share in China, but they still own 56% of the market share here in America, followed by Chevrolet, Ford, Hyundai, Rivian, BMW, Mercedes, and then other. So Tesla, I want y'all to think, when we think that Tesla isn't still a dominant company, it is losing market share in China, but it is still the dominant player in, I might say it's the glasses trap. All right, let's go a little further. All right, I wanted to show y'all this right here. This is important. ETF versus a stock. So I know we got a lot of new people in the game. And some people always ask, like, Trap, like, what's the difference between me getting an ETF? What's the difference between me getting a regular stock? So I just wanted to use this for example, right? So if we're looking at the S&P 500, like this ETF right here, you would get 500 stocks. So it's 508 stocks that's in the S&P 500. When you buy this ETF, the VOO, which is what I use for a savings account, you now have exposure to the entire stock market as a whole, right? The difference between that is you have to pay what's called an expense ratio for this ETF. Let me demystify something for a second. A lot of people often say that when you buy ETF, you have a small percentage in every stock in the ETF. That is a lie. That is a lie. When you buy the ETF or when you buy the index fund, you do not have a small percentage of those companies. You have bought into the fund, and the fund breaks down your money in the percentage that it has inside of the ETF. All right, does that make sense to everybody? I'm going to run it back again. When you buy ETF, the misconception that a lot of people teach is that when you buy the ETF, you have a small percentage of money in all of these companies. The Black Atlas said the service says it's false, 100%. That is a lie. You do not have a small piece of these companies. You actually don't own none of those companies. You actually have money inside of the fund. So if I had the Wallstreet Trappin fund and I have 500 companies and you put your money inside of the fund, you own 0% of those companies. You've bought into the fund. And what I do is say, okay, you put $1,000 in here. I distribute that money in my weightings of the companies. Right? So for instance, let's say you put $1,000 in, you invested $1,000 into the VOO, then your money will go as 13% goes to Apple, I think it's 6% in Apple, 7% in Apple, 6% in Microsoft, so on and so forth like that. That's how your money is broken up inside of the ETF when they invested. You are participating in the fund. You own 0% of the companies. On the other side, if you own Microsoft, you own 100% of your share of Microsoft, but you own only a percentage of the Microsoft company. That makes sense? So your shares of an individual company make up a percentage. Am I making sense here? Or B, let's make sure we write this one down. This is going to be one that we teach on the Wallstreet Trappin page. I want us to understand that. Right? When you own Microsoft as a company, you now own one share. That one share represents a percentage of a company, which is why for me, I don't like you all buying. I know a lot of people hate when I say this. A lot of people get pissed off when I say this. I do not like when you all buy fractional shares because your one share only represents a small portion of a company. Now, when you buy a fractional share, you're owning an even smaller piece. You went from owning a peanut to owning a grain of sand. Somebody said, Trap, do you make money on option plays on VOO? I've never traded the VOO. I've never traded the VOO. I use it as a savings account. right? So a lot of people get mad at me, Trap, why would you tell people not to buy fractional shares? Because I'd rather you save than invest. I'd rather you save the money. All right, you want to buy a share of Microsoft? Save until you got enough money to buy Microsoft and then invest in Microsoft. But first, I need you to have the $1,500 put up for the emergency like we always talk about. Have your $1,500 up for your emergency, and then you start saving to invest in Microsoft. Buy you one share of Microsoft, not the fractional share, because when the stock run up like crazy, you like, dang, I made 15 cents. No, save to invest. Save to invest. Here's why I want you to save to invest. Because the people who, it's about to hurt people's feelings. When you buy the fractional shares, the broker is getting paid for you buying the fractional shares more than you're making off the company. They're getting paid for the transaction regardless. You feel me? When you buy the fractional share, the broker is getting paid from the transaction regardless. Whether you buy a whole share or a half a share, they getting paid for the transaction. So if they're going to get paid for the transaction regardless, why not just wait till you can afford what you need to afford and get the whole share? You do not get better dividends from owning fractional shares. How you going to get a better dividend from owning a fractional share? The same thing. Whatever percentage of the share you got, that dividend is broken down to that as well. They're not going. If the stock pays $1 dividend for owning a whole share, you're not going to get paid $1 dividend for owning a fractional share. You're probably going to get paid 15 cents. So it's better for you to save to invest. And let me put y'all on something else right quick. You do not need to have the fear of missing out because the market ain't going nowhere. You don't have to fear missing out because the market isn't going anywhere. The dope part about the market is, one of the things I like that Jim Cramer says is, there's always a bull market somewhere. So, yeah, you might miss one thing. But guess what? There's 8,000 other stocks. And here's the dope part about it. Yeah, you may miss out on this stock running 400%, but guess what? There's some stock right now that's really, really good that you're not paying attention to that's being discounted. So instead of focusing on what you missed, go find a stock that's real quality, that's really doing, that's just not having a good year, but it's a great company. Go find a stock that's quality, that's having not so good of a year. Make sure it's lined up. Make sure you did the fundamental research. Make sure you have your investor SOPs in place. Go buy that company, watch it at a discount, sit back and let the market turn, and then watch how that stock triple your net worth. Ask me how I know. Because in 2022, when I was beating the market in a recession portfolio, but Nvidia was down, Nvidia was down, Apple was down, Microsoft was down, Facebook was down. I was in my primary portfolio loading up. I got 600, 800. I think I may have 1,000 shares of Nvidia right now. That's the biggest one in my primary portfolio. I have 1,000 shares of Google. I'm lying. I got 800 shares of Nvidia in the primary portfolio. I got 1,000 shares of Google. I got 700 shares of Amazon, 700 shares of Meta. And here's what I said. I said Amazon is at $89. Why are we thinking about this? Why are we thinking about this? The tech sector is just getting beat up. But the quality of the companies didn't change. Facebook is $89. Why are we second guessing this? It's the second biggest digital media company in the game next to Google, but they got more users than anybody. 2.8 million people are on the Facebook ecosystem. Why are we second guessing this? It's $89. From 2022 to now, the stock is up 200 and some percent. From $89 to $400. Why were we second guessing this? I'm going to punch my dog Ian up right now. My dog said, Facebook dead. I said, oh no, partner, you tripping right now. But it's okay for us to have difference in opinions. I said the same thing with Netflix. I said, yo, the stock went from $700. Watch this, Jose. That same year in 2022, Netflix went from $700 to $200. I said, why are we do you think Disney is going to overtake Netflix? There's no rated R movies on Disney. Let's be real. Disney is not putting dope on there, drugs, alcohol, sex, cursing. None of the stuff that adults like to watch is not going on Disney. I said, yo, why are we running away from Reed Hastings, Mark Zuckerberg? Why are we running away from Amazon? Yes, tech is taking a beating. In that year, I had no tech stocks inside the recession portfolio. Guess what, though? I was buying them like crazy. I was buying like crack in the 80s. Me and my daughter, we was buying them like crack in the 80s. Guess what everybody was saying? I'm not. How long we think they're going to stay there for? Yes, Apple has put a blockage on you getting Facebook. I said, but he going to figure it out. Here we are. Nvidia went crazy. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I didn't know they was going to do that. I didn't know they was going to get into the AI space and go crazy, but I knew it was a good chip company. Meta, I knew they was going to shake back. And I talked about it. We can find an episode. He did two things that said, it's done. He did two simple moves. He got on the TV and said, we're not going to spend $10 billion a year on AR/VR. We're going to spend $3 billion. And he added the checks for $14.99. The first month alone, he added $700 million to his bottom line. Stock went crazy. Amazon did one thing. They added a tier to go ad-free. Stock went crazy. And now, because you missed that, now you're saying, I'm waiting for them to pull back. But you had the perfect opportunity. I'm going to say something. I'm going to move on from this. As an investor, don't let a good crisis go to waste. I want to do one more slide before we go to flush it up, flip it, Jose. B, give me that slide about 2 slides. Hers, that stock hers, and then the stock, the one where I should have one with the returns of each sector. And I forgot what I say on it. So give me the 1B with that one. Yeah, right there. New weight loss drug pushes on the block. I want to talk about this because this is important for tonight. Hims debuts a $199 weight loss shot at 85% discount. So we now have, watch this, we now have a generic version of Ozempic from this company, and the company is up 96% year to date. It's up $8.46 in cash. Watch this. They reached $1 billion in sales for coming up with the generic version of Viagra and the weight loss shots. They got the breath mint pills or something.
They give you hair.
They got that. Listen, they found a thing in the game. They reached, listen, ticker symbol HIMS. The company has reached $1 billion in sales for making a generic version of popular drugs such as Viagra and Ozempic. This company right here. So, somebody has entered the chat to take on Eli Lilly and NVO. And the shots are cheaper. Now, of course, we also know this. The Louis Vuitton belt you buy in the store and the Louis Vuitton belt you get out the back of the trunk is cheaper for a reason. It's cheaper for a reason. So be mindful. It's hims and hers. But ticker symbol is hims, HIMS. Don't go buy that. Curiosity killed the cat, dog. I'm coming here tomorrow, eat cuz I went on, got me a share of that hims, you heard me? I ain't want to tell you, but I went on ahead, got me a... All right, B, let's go to the next slide. Do you see it? It should have all the categories. Yeah. It should have like return. It should have something like 6-month returns on it or something like that. I think it means, I forgot what I told Steve about it. Dang. It's going to have like S&P, VOO, copper, Bitcoin. It may have that on it.
What was it, the Great Depression one?
No. Hand me my phone. I can tell you exactly what it said. It should say, I think he got it. It might say we running. It say we running. He ain't put it in there? All right, that's cool. All right, let's go. Let's go to our flush it or flip it. Somebody said they're going to put a hot 600 on him, you heard me? Y'all be trapping, you heard me? I got a hot 600 for the generic Viagra, dog. You heard me? Bruh, they be running ass, dog. Bro, I'm not going to lie. They running ass, dog. Bro, that ad pop up on, I done denied that ad on 3 of my pages. And they still come. I'm like, bro, I denied y'all. Why are you back? Why are you retargeting me, dog? I denied. I said that this ad is irrelevant. You the one that ain't got no hair on your head. You the one that ain't got no hair on your head. I got my hair. Sucker. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's get it out, flush it or flip it back. Jose, how you feel? You feeling good? No, it ain't. Damn, George just told you I'm 42. Hell, I look like being up here for 4 hours. I don't like y'all niggas, dog. People got school in the morning and stuff. All right, let's get into it, man. First one on the block is ADI, right? Analog Devices is a semiconductor company which engages in the combination of analog digital, and software companies into engineering solutions. Its products include analog and mixed signals, power management and reference, amplifiers, radio frequency, and reference sensors. The company was founded by Raymond P. Statter in 1965, Jose. The company is up 9% year to date. It is up 13% in the year. Flush it or flip it.
Flip it.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Next on the list, Jose, is Well. W-E-L-L. Well Tower, right? The company engages as a healthcare infrastructure company. It invests in senior housing operators, post-acute providers, and healthcare systems to fund the real estate infrastructure. Oh, that's interesting. The company operating segment includes senior housing, triple net, and outpatient medical. The stock is up 11% year to date, up 31% in 1 year, and it also pays a 2.44% dividend. Jose, how we feel about that?
67%. We flipped it.
I like that one. I like that one, Jose. Not mad at that. All right. Next stock is Sempra, right? Sempra is an energy service holding company which engages in the development and operation of energy infrastructure and provision of electric and gas services. It operates through the following segment: Sempra California, Sempra Texas, Sempra Infrastructure, and others. The stock is up, Jose, 5% year to date, 7% on the year, and it pays a 3% dividend yield.
70%. We at flip it.
Are you saying flip because they saying flip, or are you saying flip because you making a decision?
I'm riding with the people. I don't like to go against my people. I'm gonna ride with them until you tell us otherwise. We ride. Like that.
Jose got on red jeans, y'all. Can we get a camera on the red jeans somehow?
We cannot get.
Can we find a way to get a camera on the red jeans?
Y'all want to be here all night?
Can we find a way to get a camera on the red jeans? I just want the people to see the red jeans, dog. Damn. They don't want to betray Jose with the red jeans. All right, next on the list is ALC. ALC. It engages in the development of manufacturing and marketing of surgical equipment and devices, on pharmaceutical eye drops and consumer vision products to treat eye disease and disorders. It operates through the following segment: surgical, implantable products, meaning they can put something in your eye, like implant a fake eye. Consumables and equipment for the use of surgical procedures to address cataracts, right? The stock, Jose, is up 14% year to date, 8% in 1 year. Jose, how do you feel about it? It does pay a 0.25% dividend.
Yeah, 60%. We flipping.
George wants to flip it because he is going blind. And that's the company he wants to invest in. I'm flushing it. I want you to go blind, nigga. And I ain't paying workman's comp. And you ain't getting no workman's comp. And I told it broke. All right, next on the list is L3 Harris. I like this company. I've liked this company for a long time. It engages in the provision of defense and commercial technologies across the air, land, sea, space, and security domain. It operates through the following segments: space and airborne system, integrated systems, communication systems, and aerojet rocket dyne, right? The stock is up 7% year to date, 22% last year, Jose, and it pays a 2.5% dividend yield. Jose, do we flush it or do we flip it?
Get money, 70%. Flipping.
I ain't mad at that one. I ain't mad at that one. All right, next one, EDI, Consolidated Edison, right? It's a holding company which engages in the business of regulated electric, gas, and steam delivery. It operates through the following segments: Consolidated Edison Company of New York, Orange, and Rockland Utilities, Con Edison Clean Energy Business, and Con Edison Transmission, Jose. The stock is up 6% year to date, 1% in the last year, 10% in the last 5 years, and pays a 3% dividend. Are you liking it for the fundamentals, the returns, or the dividend? Talk about it. Go get a lifeline. Talk to your people. Talk to your people.
Right now, 60%.
We straight. We straight. Man, they did 10% in 5 years. That's dead money, man. That's what happened. You're loving on your people. And all y'all get flushed down the toilet together. Flush y'all ass. Everybody, let me say something, though, Jose. So let me say something, bro. Bro, buying a house is a good thing, but it's so overrated. Don't get me wrong. Bro, buying a house is cool. I got 10,000 square feet, 2 stories, and a basement, pool, jacuzzi, all of that shit is nice. But that shit is overrated. If it ain't one thing, my dog, it's 3 others. It went from me, the mortgage is just what you gotta pay to get in. You're paying a down payment on the bullshit. Bro, I went from and when you got a pool, nah, dog. I went from getting the pool fixed. First, I got to pay the people to come clean the pool every week. They come every Wednesday to clean the pool. That's a bill, right? And then, when I moved in the house, the people had 3 electric toilets. But the toilets cost like $11,000 a piece. Let me say something. I didn't put them in there. They were already there. Brother, get them things fixed. So my daughter hasn't learned how to regulate toilet paper yet. All right? She clean, but she don't know how to regulate wipes. She just be stuffing. So I had to get that fixed. Then come to find out when they fixed it, there's a pressure regulator in the house. So the pressure regulator, this is why the toilet wasn't. So we talked about earlier, once you apply pressure on something, you see where the inefficiency, the inadequacies is at. So because she has a toilet paper and wipe misconception, we realized that I didn't have enough pressure to push the toilet out. Which means I had to now pay them to fix that. And then after they fixed it, they realized I ain't had it right. So then I had to pay to get the regulator done. The regulator opened up all the water in the house. I was like, all right, cool. That was cool. Came home, realized that the balcony on the crib, which is useless. You can't get on it. It's just there. I can't get to it. Yeah, I can't get to that. It's useless. I wanted to tear it down because it serves no purpose. Well, when it rains, the water sit up there. So I had to get a thing built so it could drain. But because the water sits up there, it caused the leak. I had to get the leak fixed in the office. Bruh, I'm like, that don't even serve a purpose here. So then the leak from the office, but whatever sealant they use causes it to run down the side of the house. So I had to get that fixed and get the front of the thing painted again. But I'm thankful I got a house. But trust me, when you buy a house, understand, you're signing up for a bunch of stuff that you didn't put into. Bruh. Anyway, let's get back to it. I just wanted to say that just now. All right, so next one is C Limited, Jose, right? It is an internet and mobile platform company which engages in the provisions of online gaming services and operates through the following segments: digital entertainment, e-commerce, and digital financials, right? Jose, the company year to date is up 83%. Last year is up 4%, and in 5 years, 155%, Jose, and it does not pay a dividend. How we feel about it?
Flip.
Why?
I like that. You said 5 years?
All right, we'll flip it. All right, next on the list, Rockwell Auto. It engages in the provisions of industrial automation and information services. It operates through the following segments: devices, software, control, life site services. The company, year to date, down 12%. Last year, down 3%. Jose, are you flushing it or are you flipping it? It does pay a 1.79% dividend. Why are you flushing it?
Numbers that add up sound like dead money.
There you go, I like it. All right, next on the list is Zscaler, cybersecurity. It's a cloud-based internet service platform. It offers zero trust exchange, Zscaler client connector, Zscaler internet access, Zscaler private access, Zscaler B2B, Zscaler cloud protection, and Zscaler digital experience. The stock is down 18% year to date, up 41% in 1 year. Jose, are we flushing it or are we flipping it?
I didn't give them much time. I'm going to say flip.
I think they got better cybersecurity plays. All right, last but not least is Pure Storage, Jose. Pure Storage engages in the business of delivering innovative and destructive data storage products and services, and enables customers to maximize the value. The firm is also involved in the provision of data storage and management with the mission to refine the storage experience. Right, Jose, the stock is up 69% year to date, up 144% in 1 year. Jose, how do we feel about it?
Liking them numbers? We're going to flip. Let's see if we're going to get some money.
I like it. All right, let's go, y'all. All right. Y'all know that, man. 1-800-TRAPPER hotline. You have to be a part of the Triple Beam team Masters of the Triple Beam. You have to be a part of Masters of the Triple Beam to get in here. Talk to us, tell you how you feel. Let's go, family.
What's up, Trap? In the Wall Street Trapping course, you talk about the 4 different cycles of the economy: peak cycle, expansion, contraction, and throw cycle. Do you look into options play or buy and hold positions based on where you categorize what cycle we're in? Or do you just looking at individual companies and based on what they're doing? Also, I don't know if I missed it, but when you guys did the Trappin Tuesday live, building a portfolio, I believe you guys said that the different cities were going to compete. I wanted to see if there was anything that ever came about that. Thank you guys, the team, for everything you guys do. You guys are a true blessing. God bless you guys. And I wish you guys the best.
Oh, man, that's a good question. Yep, I wanted to put it out there that LA did win. Shout out to LA. LA did dominate that. LA did come out. I'm glad you told me because I had that wrote down in my thing. I never went back to it. Yes, so the question is, because there are 4 cycles in the economic cycles, when I'm doing option plays, do I look at that? 100%, that makes a lot of sense. Because inside the Wall Street Trapping course, we go inside of those cycles and we show which stocks, what sectors preferably does well in certain cycles. That 100%, I take that. That is one of the things I do take into account, like what cycle we in. Prime example, 2022, we were in that. That was the year that Joe Biden and his team got on TV, and it was like, yo, we have had back-to-back negative economic growth, negative GDPs. Aren't we in a recession? And if you go look that up, they said technically no, we're not in a recession. And everybody was like, wait, but isn't this what it? Well, in that moment, tech stocks typically don't do well. So I went away from them. And in a recession portfolio, we did options on oil and gas, and we did options on communications. We did more options on oil and gas and communication. We rinse and repeated Chevron, Exxon, Amazon, and Netflix. 100%. So that does play a part. Now, there are exceptions to the rule, 100%, but that is definitely something that I pay attention to when I'm putting certain plays in, because I'm looking at what sectors are doing well, perceived to do well in this economic environment based on where we are. And now, it's not the only thing I use, but it is definitely something I take into consideration. Man, that was a great question. Salute to you for that. That means you did your homework and you doing your homework. We like when you do your homework like that, man. Let's go, man.
Hey, Trap, hey, family. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. We are greatly appreciated. We appreciate it times 10. That last episode was phenomenal. The way God favor you and has his hand over you, it's a beautiful thing to see. My question is, with today's economy, how do you navigate geopolitical risks and their potential impact on your investment portfolio, particularly in complex political landscapes? Thank you again.
Okay, so she's showing out. We see you, Queen. You ain't slick. You hear me? You showing us that you be working out. You showing us you ain't got no waist. Right? You showing us that you're eating good. You got the tank top on with the guns out. You know what I'm saying? You're giving us the natural beauty with the hat, with the hair. You know what I'm saying? She's serving us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out for the queen, but she's serving. She's serving. Ah, you take it. She gave us the angle. And she give us the warm hug. You know what I'm saying? Last episode was phenomenal. You hear me? We see you. We see you got the guns out showing us like it ain't. I ain't mad at you. Run that again. Run it again. I need to get the question.
Hey, Trap, hey, family. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. We are greatly appreciated. We appreciate it times 10. That last episode was phenomenal. The way God favor you and has his hand over you, it's a beautiful thing to see. My question is, with today's economy, how do you navigate geopolitical risks and their potential impact on your investment portfolio, particularly in complex political landscapes? Thank you again.
Somebody in the comments said, ain't no catfish, that's all snapper. No catfish, all snapper. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. Boy, y'all something serious over there, boy. Boy, y'all something serious over there. All right, so, yes, Queen. Just being able to navigate, and thank you for the amazing words of like just God is having his hand over my life. I'm gonna tell you something crazy before I get into that, before I get into your question. literally, I told myself, just when I came from TD Jakes Sunday, I said, man, God, just thank you. Thank you for just everything you're doing in my life. You know what I'm saying? I was able to sit back and I thought about a couple of things. I was like, damn, like I met two men that I admired a lot. Two men, and one of the things I told Jakes, the bishop, when I saw him, I said, Bishop, you don't really know, because I think I'm the same way. Like when people be like, bro, you don't really know how much you changed my life. I don't think we know that because we so focused on the mission. And I was like, man, Bishop, you don't really know how much you changed my life. You don't really understand, like when I was in those dark spaces, when I wanted to grow emotionally, and spiritually, and I needed some more words. The same thing I told the ET. The same thing I told ET when I met ET. I was like, OG, you don't really know how much you changed my life. And the dope part was when I went to go see Bishop, when I met Bishop, I sent the thing to ET, and I told OG, I said, OG, you had the same effect when you know what I'm saying? So that was just, and I just told God, like, I looked at the crib I live in, I looked at the impact that we have, and I looked at my cousin working with me. I got my other little cousin working with me. We in the process of looking at a building that's gonna be at least 30,000 square feet or more. Like, just like, thank you, God. Like, I'm healthy. I'm able to have impact on people. So, I agree with that. I'm always navigating geopolitical events because they play a huge impact. But watch this. Those events only play an impact on the short term. They don't play an impact on the long term. And that's what we got to pay attention to when we're looking at those geopolitical events. Like, how do they affect us in the long term? Yes, they do put us in situations in our portfolio where we have to navigate, right? So let's say I'm inside of a Lockheed Martin or something, and we get into a war or something happens, then I got to ask myself, do I add more to this position? That's one thing we're going to talk about in the portfolio mastery, about how to rebalance and reposition yourself inside of your portfolio. It never should be a time where you have to exit a position if the story doesn't change. But there is an opportunity for you to reposition yourself in a position. You feel what I'm saying? Like Lockheed Martin, and we talked about some other companies that were Raytheon Technology, right? Like, based on what's going on, we reposition ourselves. I was reading a book one time, I forgot what book it was, when Cubs went to war. There was a man bet heavy on tanks, whatever the company was that built the tanks. Because in that war, I want to say America produced like 4 times more tanks based on the territory y'all was going in. And he bet big on that. Wait to drop a bomb, so he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because he was so it's understanding how to position yourself. Prime example too, early on, this year. Last year, we made a lot of money on oil stocks. I mean, year 4 last, we made a lot of money on oil stocks. But this year, I was looking at the landscape. I was like, all right, let me see. Because this should be a great time to get into oil. They done dropped bombs back to back. It didn't pivot. I stayed away from it. And I had even went into the Patreon, and Trappers Anonymous was like, yo, let's look at some oil stocks right now. I'm looking at some oil stocks right now. I may be about to put some oil plays in here, but I never put one in. Why? It never pivoted. So being able to pivot and being able to pay attention to how the geopolitical event affects where you are, your portfolio, is great. Because because every event affects the portfolio differently, if that makes sense. Great question, Queen. Let's go.
What's up, Trap? It's Omari. My mom's in the Patreon. I have stocks in Google, Amazon, Mattel, Meta, and Walmart. They're moving, but they're moving slow. Do you have any recommendations that I could put my money into? And I want a Hellcat by 16 so I can have a better car than Jose.
Hold up. Damn. Run it back. He called me off guard with the hell. Run it back one more time.
What's up, Trap? It's Amari. My mom's in the Patreon. I have stocks in Google, Amazon, Mattel, Meta, and Walmart. They're moving, but they're moving slow. Do you have any recommendations that I could put my money into? And I want a Hellcat by 16 so I can have a better car than Jose.
How old he is now? How old he is now?
About 13.
13? Oh, no, we can get you a Hellcat by 16 for sure. All right, so if you in Google, I think he said Google, Amazon, Meta, and Mattel. Mattel, right? Mattel. I like Google, I like Amazon, I like Meta. I don't know why you don't like those. First of all, let's salute you being 13, being in the market. Second of all, let's clap for moms that means mom's doing something good at home. Shatori, my Walking Dead partner. So let's definitely salute moms for that. Third of all, you in Google, Amazon, Meta, and Mattel, so you getting money this year, so let's salute to that. Oh, Walmart, that was the other one. So salute to that. Third of all, let's just salute the fact that that's diversification in the portfolio. All right, let's talk about that. Now, and let's salute the fact that at 16, he wanted the stock market to buy him a Hellcat. All right, so let's talk about something now that we got that out the way. All right? So, one, let's fixate your mindset on not moving fast enough. Right? Let's put a little patience on this because we want you to be able to watch your money grow. We don't need your money to just skyrocket. Now, I will say I want you to add a cybersecurity stock to that, and I want you to add some type of chip company to that. Reason why, we want you to be in Google, Meta, Amazon. I like that. I need you in a cybersecurity company because that is a huge growing sector, especially for where you at. And I need you in some type of chip company because the age you at somewhere where we know chips is a thing. So I need you in those two. I don't necessarily need you to be in healthcare, right? Because you might don't be on all that yet, but I like what you got, right? Google, YouTube, you on that for sure. Amazon, you on that for sure. You might not rock with Meta like talking about it. Mattel, I can understand why. Walmart for sure. That's the slower one. Get you a cybersecurity stock and get you a chip stock. I like what you got going on right there. Right. Also, I like the idea of saying I want to get a Hellcat by 16. Here's my rule to you. Here's my goal to you right now. Because your mom is in the Patreon, here's my goal, what I want you to do. The rest of this year, I want you to focus only on buy and hold. Watch this now. We're going to set goals. At 13, I only want, by the time you make 14 and a half, hear me out here. By the time you make 14 and a half, you will have a sweet portfolio because what you're going to do is you're going to now invest 80% of your money. 80% of your money going to go buy and hold between now and 14 and a half. 80% of your money, 80% of your money going to go into that. Watch this. 10% of your money, you're going to go to giving back to moms. 10% of your money, you're going to go to giving back to moms. And then the other, I want you to take 5% of that and I want you to do a good deed with. And the other 5% of that you can splurge. Every month, I want you to break your money down into that 100%. 80% you're going to invest. 10% you're going to give back to moms. 5% you're going to give away as far as a good deed. And another 5% you get to blow. And the reason why you got to give 10% back to moms because moms got you in the game. And that's her way of showing, that's your way of showing appreciation. Right? Now, here's what I want you to do. For now till you 14 and a half, I want you to only focus on having money, working, and buying whole. Hear me out here, because that's going to be important to you playing the options game. I don't mind you playing the options game because Mom's is in a Patreon, and Mom's also got the Wall Street Trappin course. Here's what I want you to do. I want you from 14 and a half to 16, which is another year. I want you to then say, I'm going to put 40% in buying whole, 40% in the options game, and still break it down the rest of the way. You know why? Because now you got 18 months to get into the options game through the Patreon as well. So that gives you 3 years. They give you 3 years to play the game from all levels. And the reason why I say you can do it in 3 years, because your brain, the way your brain functioning at 13, you're going to pick up information way faster than somebody that's 37 and 38, because you don't got to unlearn nothing. At 30, we got to start unlearning when we get in our 20s. And I can promise you this, if you come up with the down payment on your Hellcat, your mama going to help you. If you come up with half of that, like that, whatever that thing is, your mom gonna help it. But I, as a parent, don't advise you getting a Hellcat at 16. You need something like a Camry, a Corolla. I don't advise you getting a Hellcat at 16. But I believe that at that age, you can fast pace, like you gonna consume information so much. You don't gotta unlearn nothing. At 13, you just applying new rules into what you got going on. But I also believe that, mastering the game that way, you deserve to get a whip at 16. Right? And I know people like, why would you tell him that? Because, like, that's when you start realizing you got your buy and hold in play. So you're building out the portfolio. And if you study the options masterclass, by the time you're 14 and a half, from 14 and a half to 16, I believe you can get you that. I believe you can get that. From 14 and a half to 16, I believe that you can put yourself, because you're going to probably start working at about 14. You get your little permit to work or something. I don't know. 15, you get your summer job. So you in Atlanta. Everybody got some work. Everybody got some work for you, so now you start bringing a little income. You start now focusing your income on growing it, because now you ain't saying, I'm taking my money, putting it in the bank. You like, I'm putting my money in the bank, but this bank going to my investment account. I believe you're in the right situation. Everybody might don't agree with me, but I believe that if you work on buying hold from 13 to 14 and a half, funding that, now you got your money working. By the time you turn 14 and a half, you go 40 and 40. I believe you can do it. Especially if your mom's in a Patreon, which means you in a Patreon. So you getting your own plays and you getting my plays. That's the cheat code. You just accelerated what you got. Salute to moms for that, man. We got one more?
The Washington Trappin course, you mentioned the compound annual growth rate. In the equation, you mentioned the interest rate. How do we find a company's interest rate or rate of return? Thanks, Trap.
Miguel, we've been doing with you for 95 weeks, bro. You've been in at least 2 of them per month. Yeah. All right. You like in an elite package. I need you to slow down, dog. All right. So that's easy, though. If you don't find, you can find it on Google Focus, or it's a simple Google search. Right? You can find it on Google Focus, or it's a simple Google search. So, Miguel, that's it. You can go. And Miguel, everybody love you, bro. right? So, yep, it's a simple, go to Guru Focus, you can find it, or it's a simple Google search if you want to do that. So that's easy for you, but that's a great question, Miguel. I don't know why I got stuck right quick. That's a great question, Miguel. All right, let's go, man. Oh, man, 3 hours and 22 minutes. Dang. We ain't did that in a while, man. But I think we had fun tonight, Jose. I think we learned a lot. We talked a lot. We poured in. I think tonight we actually helped reshape some people's financial structure. And that's always the goal, y'all. Every week we come in here, the goal is for me to help you all move that needle. And we said something, man, reinventing, re-identifying who we are. Coping with new possibilities. The only thing impossible in this world is the impossibilities that you put on yourself. And I say that the right way. I didn't say limitations. I said impossibilities. I probably made that word up. And the reason why I say it like that is because the only things that can happen in life is the things that you tell yourself that can't happen. But I truly believe that if you believe in something and you work toward it and you go all in and you commit toward it, I feel like God has a way of working things out for us the way it's supposed to happen. And here's the dope part about it. If it doesn't happen, that means he's protecting us from something. Oftentimes, I'm not going to lie, man, I thank God for relationships that didn't work out the way I wanted them to work out. I often thank God for things that he didn't let fall into my lap because I wanted them with the flesh, not with the spirit. But when it comes to just accomplishing things, when it comes to setting goals, I always ask for alignment. God, I don't want nothing in my life that doesn't align with your will for my life. Rejection can lead to direction. Rejection can lead to direction. How many times have you been driving and you had to take a detour and you realized that the detour got you where you needed to go quicker than if you'd have took the other way? You're like, damn, I've done it many times. I've had the detour and like, damn, the detour put me closer than I was going the other way, because what happens is in life, we only know one way until we are forced to go another way. We only know one way until we are forced to go another way. Shout out to my guys from the pivot. We are forced to go one way until we have to pivot. I want y'all to call this pivot season. I want you to call this pivot season. This is the season that you pivot from your norm. This is the season that you pivot from comfortable. This is the season you pivot from all the limitations. This is the season that you restructure or reshape your financial structure. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Thank y'all for another amazing episode. Thank you all, each and every one of y'all, for 100,000 subscribers and growing. Thank you all, thank you all, thank you all, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Check it, man. Listen, this week we want to change the game, man. Right? We want to change the game this week, man. So make sure y'all go to the Wall Street Trappin YouTube. We have been putting some amazing content out on that page. I'm talking about this content here been stellar. This content here been stellar. Also, man, on this page, man, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe, man. Come like some of the episodes, because Jose really take his time to chop them episodes up and put them out there for us. Every Thursday, man, Jose is dropping a new episode of Trappin Tuesday on all podcast platforms. We call it the audio experience. We want you to listen to us in the car. We want you to listen to us while you're moving around. Listen to us while you're working out. You know why? Because the things that you listen to help you see, visualize, and look at the world a different way. So I want to thank y'all for coming in for 3.5 hours on a Tuesday. That's love. That's dedication. just want to tell y'all I love y'all, man. Make sure you get your apparel, right? Make sure you get your apparel, but also, we got the link for it. The bishop did give us a sweet deal for those who want to attend Good Soil, June the 15th, right? Yeah, it's in June. Yep, so drop the link for that. Jose, use code WSTrapper24. Use code WSTrapper24. Jose gonna drop the link inside the chat. I will be at Good Soil all 3 days. And Jose gonna be with me. All 3 days. You wanna come, cuz? Oh yeah, I forgot. You got a little, you in a little lovey-dovey situation. You might get pampered for Father's Day. I'm not, nigga. I ain't gonna get pampered, nigga. I get a happy Father's Day gift, nigga. You feel me? Anyway, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all next week, man. We love y'all. Good night, man. Huh?